Peace to Hootie. Peace to everybody. Peace and love to the darkest minds of the light. I just want to get right into these articles. So let's start with this one here. We're going to talk about we're going to try to get a hold of um, this dangerous rhetoric and this movement that isn't uncommon, but it's been pushed against women for millennia, about how women dress and how women, if they dress a certain way, how their lives are not, how they shouldn't be valued and how should be seen as worthless. So let's start here. Let me start with this first article. Yes, we're going around the world because what's happening is a lot of men in the West who several of them are Muslim and several of them are of the Abrahamic faith, especially Muslim first, and then Hebrew Israelite, and some Christian, but not all. Several men, and even men who are atheists, but it's pushed that women should be harmed, essentially, that they should be looked at as less than if they dress a certain way. Let's read this. Afghan woman killed for not wearing a burqa after Taliban pledged to uphold women's rights. Just get to all these articles and then we'll talk. Taliban militants have unalived a woman for not wearing a burqa. That's the head covering and like the whole beekeeper outfit. On the same day, the Islamic group's leader vowed to honor women's rights. And they usually double talk over here too. We have this gentleman, and I say that word very loosely and lightly, use it lightly, named Ilkhan Ali, who claims to be he uses, quote, good women, but he pushes that women are worthless if they wear something that is provocative in his eyes. So remember, I say modesty is relative. So it can be provocative to him, yoga pants, but even in these groups where men think like him, if a woman's hair is showing or she hasn't certain, like her boots are too high or her lipstick is too red, they consider that just the same as what Ilkhan Ali and other men considered to be whoredom. Okay, so let's read a little bit of this and keep getting through this. An Afghan woman has been unalived by Taliban fighters after she was caught in public without a head covering, not long after the militant group's leader promised to honor women's rights. Reports of the incident were supported by a photo that showed the woman surrounded by her own blood after she was fatally, hit with a bullet in the Takhar province in the northeast of Afghanistan. This is what's being promoted by Ilkhan Ali, essentially. He says if she's dressed a certain way, she's worthless. She gets what she deserves. Okay? Afghanistan, and all, not just him, but he's the one that I'm coming for because I actually have seen him say it too many times. And anyone who aligns with him will also be swept up in the frenzy of we just want to hurry up and cut this cancer out because you're not going to get a foothold in the West that women need to be destroyed. Well, there's already a great movement about it, unfortunately, that women need to be destroyed because you can't control your feelings and you have something wrong with you inside of yourself, inside of your mind, in your body. You have something wrong with yourself when you see a woman wearing something that you think is sexually provocative. They think that hair is sexually provocative and lipstick. But if you say that women should be treated as thoughts and 304s and get what they deserve, if you say, don't be surprised if we treat you how you're dressed, what you say it's 304 and a thought, then you align with these men who unalive this woman. Okay, so I just want to get through all of these. You can always look this up yourself, but let me get another article. That was Afghanistan, with a very, very strong Muslim population. But again, this isn't an attack on Muslims. It's an attack on men who think that because women wear a certain outfit and don't cover themselves if sufficiently according to what the men says, then they don't deserve to be treated with human respect and humanely. So let's get to this one. This one is a one about the hijab bill in Iran. So Iranian, and there was the woman Gina well, I'll get to it. This very many women are being harmed and unalived by what they call modesty or morality police. And that's when I have to speak to the women. Shame on you for being enlisted by these men and attacking women for what they wear. That would be that woman who was on that panel with me saying she wanted to drag someone out by their hair because she didn't like what they had on in church. Let's read this article. Women, face 10 years in jail for inappropriate dress after hijab bill. Yes, you can go to jail in Iran and other Muslim Sharia law countries if you don't dress appropriately. And what they say is appropriate, you can't even show your hair or wear boots that are too sexy or red lipstick. Iran's parliament on Wednesday, this is throughout the decade, by the way. This isn't recent, but recent, it's happening now, but I'm just reading the articles throughout this particular decade that we're in. Iran's parliament on Wednesday passed draconian new legislation imposing much harsher penalties on women who breach hijab rules, days after the one-year anniversary of mass protest sparked by the death of Mahsa Amini. Mahsa Amini was going about her business. A group of morality police, people who think that you might look too sexy or too beautiful, and therefore you will get arrested there. They took her into custody and they beat her to death because she wasn't wearing her head covering, sufficiently covering her hair enough. Amini, a 22-year-old Kurdish Iranian woman, had died last September. This was a year ago. This article was brought out. Died last September after being detained by the regime's infamous morality police. I have friends who have talked to me about this morality police. They hide razor blades in napkins and tissues and pretend to wipe lipstick off women, only to, of course, cut the women's lips. This is not a stream for children, by the way, obviously. The morality police allegedly stated that she was not abiding by the country's conservative dress code. This is something that Ali wants. I'm going to play something where he says, why don't we as women attack other women for wearing yoga pants and cleavage to Target or other stores or other public places? The so-called hijab bill, the hijab is the covering, will enact for a 3-year trial period. It sets out various regulations around the wearing of clothing, which, if violated, can carry up to 10 years in prison. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, this is what these sick misogynists, these women haters want. And they think they're justified by saying, oh, you're a 304. You look too sexy. Let's go to this particular paper. This is just a summary of a paper, okay? I think I'm sharing. So I'm just knocking these out real quick, and then I'll get to the commentary. Provocative dress and sexual responsibility. This is written by Jessica Wolfendale. It's an excerpt from Georgetown Journal of Gender and the Law. and there is a statute. So let's take a read of this abstract. Numerous studies have found that many people believe that a provocatively dressed woman is at greater risk for sexual assault and bears some responsibility for her assault if she is attacked. This is the rhetoric pushed by Ilhan Ali and other men, saying she wore it, she was asking for it. You've heard that. She wore it, she was asking for it. They think that because a woman's dressing in a certain way, she is putting herself out there to be essayed, assaulted in a sexual way. They believe that is what causes the man to do it. Not the man himself and his sickness, but her clothing had something to do with why she unfortunately is attacked. And the same men sexually harass women online and off, telling women, you're a 304, you're a thought because you wear some type of clothing. That's sexual harassment, and they're just fine with that. Furthermore, in legal, academic, and public debates about sexual assault, the appropriateness of the term, quote, provocative as a descriptor of certain kinds of women's clothing is rarely questioned. Yes, when you'll read something, even in some police reports, in news articles, they say provocatively dressed. And of course, these men who are pushing that women wear a certain thing, and that equates to her almost a justification of why she's attacked. Thus, there is a widespread but largely unquestioned belief that it is appropriate to describe revealing or suggestive women's clothing as provocative, or they say a horror uniform in these streets. The black man can be, and woman can have a scathing vocabulary. So they say 304, thought, she's for the streets, all the things that they love to say to demean women and to harass women for wearing something that they may not want their wives or their children to wear, their daughters. But that's not their place to judge someone, especially saying someone likes to, she wanted it. That's not your place. And that is a sick, twisted mindset. Women's clothing as provocative, and that women who wear such clothing could provoke sexual assault and harassment from men. See, they take complete responsibility away from the actual culprit and the perpetrator and put it on the victim or the innocent bystander or the innocent person who's just going out to check her mail, spend her day, work out. They say, oh, well, she shouldn't have been wearing that. It is rarely noted that only women's clothing is described as sexually provocative. Men's clothing, no matter how revealing, is never described as provocative. And I'm going to play something where you hear him talking about so basically you'll hear this man, Ali, and other men say, well, what if we wore this or what if we wore that? Men do wear things like that, and women don't go around calling them, saying they want to sleep with everybody. So why is it that men aren't called provocative, or even worse, when they wear revealing clothing? Why is this the case? This article challenges the assumption that it is appropriate to describe women's clothing as provocative. When they use the word provocative in this very professional abstract, they're talking about where they say 304 thought, where you call women that. That's what they mean. Drawing on models of the legal defense of provocation and research on objectification and responsibility, this article demonstrates the continued use of calling women 304s or thoughts, but they're saying provocative term, normalizes and entrenches deeply problematic attitudes about women's responsibility for men's sexual behavior. Ilhan Ali and everyone else especially Hebrew Israelites and Muslims and some Christians who are very, very strict with how women should dress. You are equating. Let me go to the top of this. The article that I'm reading, the abstract of, demonstrates that there is a continued use of the word provocative, or calling women 304s. This term is normalized. Yes, it is. And it's entrenched, deeply entrenched, and problematic. It makes an entrenched, problematic attitude about women's responsibility for men's sexual behavior. I am not responsible for a man's sexual behavior in public when I'm walking around with something on. I am not responsible for a man's sexual behavior. I am not responsible for how men control themselves or how men keep their hands to themselves. I am not responsible for men running up to women while they're at Dollar Tree and relieving themselves on a woman's leg because she had on shorts. We're not responsible for that sick behavior. Okay? The social interpretation of women's clothing as provocative arises from the privileged social and legal status of men's sexual arousal and the objectification of women's bodies. Let me read that again. The social interpretation of women's clothing as provocative arises. So they're saying their clothing arises from the privilege, social and legal status of men's sexual arousal and objectification of women. No. Describing women's clothing as provocative thus reinforces a problematic conception of women's bodies and sexuality that is connected to women's experiences of their bodies, their clothes, and shape their vulnerability to sexual assault and social and legal attitudes to such attacks. So, yes, we know that it's not us. We know who it is, and I'm going to bring light to it. I'm going to continue to bring light to this. So, we're not, I can put this link in the chat. I doubt that anyone will come in and defend the stance that men have taken. Some men, not all. There's some beautiful men that I have in my life and that I know as friends and family and colleagues. I know that all men are not saying women are 304s because how they dress, but a little cancer is very, very dangerous. All right, let's see here. Men aren't allowed to express let's read this. Men aren't allowed to express their attraction to women. Only men that find women arousing can do this. But before the initial meeting, women don't let men know that. Okay, that's a lot. But thank you for your comment. What is a 304? Exactly. Great question. What is a 304? Exactly. So what's being done is I'm going to use, because I'm going to play Ilkan Ali talking about women, I'm going to play a recording of a panel I was on. He equates women wearing yoga pants and cleavage to the grocery store, to Target. He equates a woman wearing that with a man sending an unsolicited, I'm going to say it again, an unsolicited, one more time, a DP to a woman when she did not want it or expect it or ask for it. And you know what DP means, okay? Okay, so we know that. You get what I'm saying. So peace to Cedric. Let's see what I think. Women shouldn't fall for the reverse psychology of being called a 304. Exactly, but the issue is they are pushing men to attack women for what they wear. I laugh at it, but it's still dangerous. Let's see what Jazali says. You never meet men who get offended by being called a dog. Exactly. Well, you know what that is. You get a trophy for having a bunch of bodies if you're a man, and if you're a woman, you get hit upside the head with that trophy, right? Let me see here. I want to play this for you guys. I did have it queued up, but now I think I lost it. Dang it. What I'm going to play is just the audio of the panel I was on. Yes, here it is. Okay, so you're going to hear him come in, and he's always saying, why don't we women do something? And of course, one of these women on the panel is some radical, hypocritical Christian Orthodox, Greek Orthodox lady, and she's like saying how she wanted to drag a woman out by her hair in church because the woman wasn't dressed appropriately. But first, let's listen to this guy, and I'll let you hear what he says about women and what they wear.
Let me ask y'all this, the sisters. Why y'all don't go at the sisters' head like that? I really believe the current market of women are doing is equivalent to a man sending a woman a D pic. I mean, sending a woman her D pic. What women are doing today is literally showing men their bodies when men don't even want to see it, and then you get upset if a man objectifies you, and you think a man wants to see it, but it's right in front of his face.
You notice he said you'll get upset if a man objectifies you. That legal abstract from that legal paper is pointing at him. I don't need you to objectify me, and which means grabbing somebody on the butt, saying, hey, let me have some of that chon or something. Excuse, I shouldn't have said that on here, but something sexual. You don't get to sexualize and objectify me because here's the case in point, right? What if she's going to ballet practice? Yes, I'm using that. Even if she's not, she could just be going to pick up a carton of milk. But what if she's was working out? What if she's just, that's what she wants to wear? And not even the tight stuff. What if she's has something that's see-through that she didn't see the skirt was see-through when she was in the house. And when she get outside, the summer dress, you can see straight through it. Now she has to be objectified by you? No, you have the problem. You are the one with the problem. It's your behavior. She's not responsible for you.
It's right in front of his face. But why aren't women collectively
Do you hear this?
Hey, what y'all doing is equivalent to a man sending you a D pic.
He wants us to go attack women.
What women are doing is equivalent to a man sending a woman a D pic. I mean, sending a woman her D pic. What women are doing today is literally showing men their bodies when men don't even want to see.
I need you to turn your camera backstage if you want to hit the panel. Thank you for attempting to join, but I need to see you.
And then you get upset if a man objectifies you, and you think a man wants to see it, but it's right in front of his face. But why aren't women collectively going, hey, what y'all doing is equivalent to a man sending you a D pic. If you don't want him to send you a D pic and you don't like him, why are y'all putting y'all breasts and booties all over the internet, all over the gym, all over everywhere when we like, you know what's so bad? Well, we tired of it. Like, it's like, it just.
I need to see who you are, because if I need to know who you are. Yeah, you can't show your face or what? I see your hat. I'd like for you to come on. You don't have to listen. Let me say this to you. You don't have to show your face on the panel if you don't want to, but I need to see your whole face. Yes, can you back up? Because if you get up here and flash, now I have a picture of you and you can come in. So I have a picture of you, and in case you show us something, we don't want to see, we can, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Don't come in here trying to do anything crazy, friends. Okay? We're being serious about this. And I'm not saying he was trying to do that, but I need to make sure we don't get any flashing or what Ali said, something that Ali thinks is justified. You notice I'm up here talking about this. So according to Ali, who called me all kinds of thoughts because I say women shouldn't, that I can wear what I want, we should get an unsolicited DP or get flashed with some porn bomb. No. Be responsible for yourselves.
It's just too much. Everywhere you go,
they don't want to be. One second, Ali. I'm not tired.
So he gets on and says he's not tired, which is a heterosexual male. Like, yeah, why are you tired of seeing women?
So exciting to get that shit is gone. But
I want y'all to.
There's no secrecy. There's no nothing.
So here comes Ali again to double down on it.
But it's because if they ever get to the point they want to do it, that's why a lot of them don't say it. Because same reason why women aren't too judgmental on women who sexualize themselves and do it for attention, because you still want that car to be able to be played.
He thinks wearing yoga pants and doing whatever you want Wearing anything you want. You don't make the laws in this country, Ali. If you want to do that and abuse women and torture women and carry and have undesirable women jumping on the back of a pickup truck, going through the town trying to see if a woman is attractive so they can hurt her. If you want that, you need to move to the Middle East over there in Iran or Afghanistan or something. Okay. If you want to learn how to speak Farsi, learn Farsi and go, because that's what they speak. Okay. We don't do that over here. Just because you don't like what somebody's wearing, you get to sexually harass them or assault them.
Played instead of sisters having the same energy for what men do, using it for sisters as well too, but they're not never gonna stop because y'all stand too close to each other. That's what we keep talking about. Like, you will not condemn her for showing. You don't want me to like a butt pic, a breast pic, any type of pics, but then you posting those type of pics and you're not getting on the women showing that to your man.
He's not making any sense. He's all over the place. First, he says that women should approach other women and tell them, you can't wear that, like the morality police in the Middle East, where they're unaliving and harming women and unaliving them. Then he goes into talking about relationships, like telling women, if you don't like your man going to a woman's twerking page and liking her twerking, that's not the same thing. If you're going to her page, you said you don't like it, Ali. So why would you be over there liking her twerking page? And obviously she wants you to like it if she's posting it. So you went from social media and then out of social media. Stay in one lane and make yourself clear. You think that women should be treated and should be mistreated if they wear sexy clothing, which is also known as provocative, or you like to call it a 304 uniform. You think they should be treated with sexual harassment or worse, because you said they deserve to get it's the same as getting an unsolicited DP. No, it isn't.
And like, I was gonna ask my lady the other day, if a woman came up in front of you, that's your friend, in front of me dressed like this, would you take it as disrespect? You know, I was gonna ask her. I would think y'all were. If a woman comes dressed in your house in front of your children inappropriately, it'd be disrespectful.
See how he went from public to in his house? He just wants to hate women. So he's grasping for straws everywhere. Now you're talking about someone coming in your home. If it's your home, you decide how you want people to dress inside your home. That has nothing to do with people going out in public or posting on a social media platform. They're regulated, sir. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, they have regulations, but you want to take it a step further. And because they can get on there and wear some yoga pants or some short shorts, you're upset and you think women should attack them. You can't get up there and put a DP on social media. You'll get banned because it's pornography. Okay?
House in front of your children inappropriately, it'd be disrespectful. Why don't say nothing about all these women that's walking around in the same facet? If y'all would be upset if
did you hear that?
If a woman comes dressed in your,
he's so out there. He'll probably never debate me. I would love to have a professional debate and beat his information up. His information, not him. Because he said inside your house, and then he went straight to, why don't you go and attack people in public when you see them? I can't tell people how to dress. I can only control myself. How about Ali start telling men to be responsible for their own behavior?
House in front of your children inappropriately, it'd be disrespectful. Why don't say nothing about all these women that's walking around in the same facet? If y'all would be upset if all men in droves started wearing leggings too and did deep prints all over the place and having it in front of kids, it would be extreme.
Men do that. I don't know what he is talking about. There are men who dress like that all the time. There are men who wear short shorts. There are men who wear gray sweatpants everywhere. So what is he talking about? And they don't need to be attacked either. But he's just focusing on women because I suspect he's Muslim. I mean, Ilkan Ali is a Turkish, it's a Turkish Muslim name. So I'm suspecting with this rhetoric that he might be Muslim. But even if he's not Muslim, he's definitely pushing this idea that women, because of what they wear, cause men to behave in certain ways that they shouldn't behave in sexually. Sickness.
And depress all over the place and have it in front of kids. It would be extremely inappropriate to society, and they would bash it, they would shame it, they would try to correct it. It's booty and breasts at Target, at Walmart, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you go in your neighborhood. You be like, God dang, man, go put that up. Like, why y'all don't tell each other? Why aren't you mad? Hey, yo, why you keep showing that, my man? Why you keep in tight?
So now he wants us to approach women and ask them why they're dressed a certain way, because again, why are you showing it to my man? You hear him? He wants to equate the behavior of a man with saying that, excuse me, he wants to say that the behavior of a man is controlled by what women wear. He's going to say, if you don't want your man to cheat, stop these women from wearing these clothes. This is dangerous talk. This is dangerous rhetoric, and it's sick, very, very misogynistic. It is the rhetoric of it fuels predators. I'm not calling him one, but he is definitely irresponsible because he's fueling predatory behavior. He's fueling violence against women. Yes, he is. And he's fueling the objectification of women. A woman wearing something isn't objectifying herself. That's her body. That's herself. How can she be objectifying herself? You objectify yourself when you put yourself in a position such as stripping. You've objectified yourself in that way. Why doesn't he come after strip clubs? I wouldn't, everybody has a right to do something, but I would stand behind people who say, look, we don't need all these strip clubs all over the place. It's a little bit much, women in here basically legalized solicitation of women, but it's legal. So I'm not going to go and advocate really. I'm not going to waste my time, put it that way. However, that is objectification of women. Why doesn't he put his energy into a place that men can go to and sit, and women can be demeaned or demean themselves and not know their self-worth and put a price on themselves? Because I'll tell you why. Because that's something that benefits men. That's something that takes the power from the woman, her sexuality and her provocative, sensual self. That takes her power away and gives it over to the male. Get it? The person that owns the club, whether it's a woman or not. It's a place for men to go and objectify women. Why don't you do a movement against that? You won't. You're too busy worrying about what the individual woman in her daily life wears. It is her choice. And I will say this, if a woman is a stripper, she shouldn't be called all kinds of names. She shouldn't be called a 304. You don't have a right as a man or a woman to be calling her all kinds of 304s I'm saying in bothering her. You can say what you want about her in your own life, in your mind, but you don't have the right to sexually harass women because of what they look like or what they are doing to their personal selves. Not to you, to their personal selves. Get it? So if a woman is twerking, I don't like it. I think it's bad behavior, but you don't have a right as a woman or a man to contact her or to say to her, you're a thought, you're a 304. That's against the law. It's sexual harassment. God.
I'm trying to keep my man monogamous and not cheat on me. Like, why you keep showing that to my man for? Why you got a man? Why y'all don't do that with each other?
Let me go back.
It's booty and breasts at Target, at Walmart, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you go in your neighborhood. You be like, God dang, man, go put that up. Like, why y'all don't tell each other? Why aren't you mad? Hey, yo, why you keep showing that my man? Why you keep in tight? I'm trying to keep my man monogamous and not cheat on me. Like, why you keep showing that to my man for? Why you got a man?
Before the sexual revolution, everything was misogynistic. I never said anything like that, my friend. I never said that. Ever. I never said it was misogynistic. We're not going to conflate bad behavior of men and men abusing women. That's misogynistic or misogyny. We're not going to conflate that with fashion, because that's what he's doing. He's veiling his desire to abuse women and his misogynistic view of women. He's veiling it in, oh, I just want women to dress more modestly. That's not his place. His place, he controls his woman if he wants, if she lets him. He controls his children and whoever, maybe some employees. But he doesn't control, and he doesn't have a right to call women whores, and thoughts, and say they deserve what they get. He doesn't get to say women deserve to get S.A.'d and sexually harassed and receive unsolicited pictures of men's erect members. He doesn't get to say that. That's wrong. That's pushing hatred against women. He doesn't get to say that. Now, if he doesn't like the style, because I'm assuming you mean before the sexual revolution, women were dressing a certain way. Even then, they had, when women were wearing, the perfect example is the Middle East. Women get arrested or worse, physically abused, or they may get, just harassed for wearing lipstick or some hair peeking out of their head wrap or high boots that are like above the knee. If it makes a man go, hoo, yeah, then it's illegal and she's in danger. He's saying that no. So back then, before the sexual revolution, there was always something that was seen as racy or provocative when women put it on. But that's relative. Modesty is always going to be relative and contextual. It's not the same across the board, because lipstick to, I assume, I don't know, because he seems pretty radical. He seems like a Muslim. I don't know if he is, but he seems like one. Just like he assumes women are whores, I assume he might be a radical Muslim who thinks that women shouldn't show their hair or wear lipstick, or maybe he doesn't. There's levels. So I just want to address that comment. Let's see what you said after that. Since then, the sexual revolution happened in the Middle East. I'm talking about America. What do you mean by the sexual revolution in the Middle East, sir? Because I know that there was a revolution in Iran. We had the Shah, who of Tehran. He was basically the king of Iran, of Tehran, and he was ruling, and his wife was very modern. She wore, European, some high fashion. She wore clothing that women wear in the West, and women could wear that. But once the Ayatollah Khomeini took over at that time, women were told that they had to wear the chador, which is basically the hijab and the niqab. They had to wear that, or they would be, it would be, it's now illegal. It's illegal. Even once there was an Iranian singer, a Persian lady. She was singing and she was in Europe, but it was being broadcasted in Iran. She got arrested when she went back to Iran. So she wasn't even in Tehran. She wasn't even in Iran. She was in Europe. But when she got back to Iran, they arrested her for not wearing the hijab. It's crazy. So, anyway, let me let you finish listening to this.
Why y'all don't do that with each other?
I have said that to a friend on a vacation. where she was like one of two single women with a whole group of.
Okay, that sister, she made that made sense. Basically, her story is she did say she was in a friend group, and they were all couples except for one person was single, and she wore a very revealing two-piece. That's her business. You see the difference? That was a closed group of friends. She had the right to say, hey, I suggest you wear this and that. And then it was a friend of hers too. That doesn't mean that the friend's not going to be offended, though. That doesn't mean that the friend's not going to say, mind your business, however. And then it may have even ruined the rest of the trip. So I tell ladies, be careful trying to tell somebody what to wear. Even if it is around your husband, and if it's around your children. If it's not in your home, then the best thing you can do is cover your children's eyes, which that happened to me quite often as a child. When I would go somewhere, if my mom thought something wasn't appropriate, I get my eyes covered, or I was told, cover your eyes. Or get your kids out of that area. If it's really somebody that's really looking outlandish, which that is possible, or if they're twerking, don't have your children around that. You can easily say, let's go out of here, guys. And it's not convenient. It's unfortunate. But you walking up to somebody saying, please stop twerking. If they're twerking in public, behaving that badly, what do you think they're going to do when you walk up to them and tell them, please stop twerking in front of my children? Oh boy. Whew. We're going to be seeing some real world star stuff happening. I'm not putting myself in danger with these women the type of woman who will be out there twerking and acting wildly. I'm not going to approach her and ask her to put some clothes on or tell her you shouldn't be wearing this. No, why would I do that to myself? I'm just going to try to get out of her way. And that's that. Let the establishment that I'm at. If it bothers you, you can go to the establishment manager. Excuse me, there's a woman here. I don't like what she's wearing. There's a man here. I don't like what he's wearing. Then if the establishment owner wants to take care of it, fine. I mean, if you want to go that far. But he wants us to go around policing women like the moral police over in the Middle East, and just attacking women. And again, if I see a woman, I'm talking about for them, trying to give them options. But at the end of the day, if you see somebody wearing yoga pants and you don't like it because you can see a little too much, divert your eyes away from her region. Okay? It's really that simple. But no, he needs to control women. That's what he wants. He wants to control women.
He was like once
when someone fails to pay their property taxes,
so anyway,
actually creates
don't forget to hit the like, by the way.
Something like that, but imagine a bathing suit. Yeah, it was like the lady in the it was worse than that.
So this lady is cleaning the pool in a monokini.
Man, they do it for other men.
This guy,
the worst part is,
he has a real problem with women.
You know what the worst? Hold on, real quick, Napa. Jacoby, you know what the worst part is, fam? They don't even do it for their own man. They do it for other men to look at. That's how much of thoughts most of these women are. You dressing like that for another.
Do you hear him calling women thoughts? How does he know why they're doing it? You get it? He's very, very hateful toward women, and he wants men to harm women. He does. He wants men to send unsolicited DPs to women. He wants men to look at women as inferior and not worth, basically not worth living as much as men, if they dress a certain way. How does he know if they want to do it just for other men and not? It's not even logical. Let me break that down. He says that he can see it, and that it's turning him on, basically, and he doesn't like to be turned on by strange women. So if he can see it and he's a stranger, why wouldn't she be doing it for her own husband if her husband is a man and can see it too? Logically, she knows her husband's a male if what he's saying is true, which it isn't, he's saying women want to make men aroused, and they don't like the control that a woman has when she wears something revealing. Meaning, yes, she's beautiful. I'm not going to come out with that naivete. Oh, maybe she just wanted to wear that. Sometimes she does just want to wear it. But maybe she wanted to get some cleavage because she has to go to the court, and she knows the judge is a man, and she knows that she's going to have to throw herself at the mercy of the court. Are you mad that you can't wear gray sweatpants to court? Are you mad at that? Sure you are. You're mad that women have that privilege, pretty privilege, that she might put on some nice lipstick or some lip gloss. She might put on some eyelashes. She might make her hair look pretty. She might put on some very nice perfume. You are upset that women have that power. And that's sad because you're a man. You're a heterosexual man. But you have that mindset that you want to control women to the point that if they have their own control and their own beauty and sensuality and attractive and seductiveness, if a woman is seductive, you're angry that if it doesn't work for you, Ilkhan Ali and every other man who thinks women should be harmed or be looked down on if they are wearing something provocative. Let's finish listening to this.
How much of thoughts most of these women are. You dressing like that for another person to look at.
Oh, so she's a thought. So she's a thought. Does she have a swimsuit on in the pool?
No, she at least is an attention whore in the park. Can you agree?
She's in the pool. So basically, he says the woman is a thought if she wears something sexy. He gets to the point where he starts calling me a thought. So let me get to that.
No. She's in the pool.
So she's in the pool and she's using one of those pool things to clean the pool, and she's kind of like barely bending over, but she is kind of bending, going forward. So what? Are you that mad that she's sexy? And she's in her own pool and she posted on her Instagram. It's very classy. I'm going to see if I can get it for you. It's very classy. She's bending and she's like moving around and she's acting like she's busy, but she's seductive. You're mad at that. You're mad at that. I'll show it later. I can't show it right now. Hold on. Let me just let you hear it.
She is literally pretending that she's picking shit in the, like, you're not the pool boy. What the fuck you doing?
Okay, that's not Ali talking.
Okay, but what is she supposed to have on in the pool, though?
No.
Are you really not acknowledging what this woman is doing right now?
No, it's fine. 1 second, Napa. Napa, it's fine.
Be wearing a scuba diving outfit?
No. Let me.
Yeah, what is she supposed to wear in the pool? A scuba diving outfit? Peace, no saint. They want women to wear scuba gear in the pool. Yes, they do. They want them to be wearing some crazy latex scuba gear, looking like they're going to go into some hazmat situation.
Actually, answer that. You should wear a bikini. You don't have to post on the internet for 3 million people to see.
But if you want to, you can, right? Just like we can be on the internet talking. Why can't she post on the internet? If she's married or not married. If she's married, though, or in a relationship, if the person knows that she's a personality on the internet, if the person knows that she's a dancer or a singer or an actress, why is he going to have a problem with her posting on the internet? He shouldn't. He shouldn't. You know, should she have a problem with a man if he's on the internet and he's a basketball player, and I mean, if he's in the public eye and all these beautiful women want to take pictures with him after the game, and he stops and signs their oh, can you sign my top? Signed it right up here, right by my shoulder. Yeah, what if he signs her shirt up there? Oh, is his wife supposed to go crazy? Why the hell did you sign her shirt by her breast? Come on, I didn't, baby. It's not even a big deal. And that's even worse than someone putting up a picture. But we're supposed to just be like understanding that, oh, it's his job. A bunch of women are always around him. Oh, he can put up pictures of himself shooting that three, hitting those threes, and all the women are on his page telling him how sexy he is. No, she's an entity. She's an influencer. She can put herself on her social media.
You shouldn't be dressed like, you can't be dressed like this for your husband. It's fine, right? Wait.
It doesn't even make sense. They want you just to dress like it's a dress they're showing now. Like it's got the cutouts in the side, but it's a body conscious dress, and the sides are cut out like around the the pelvic area, but it's got the strip down the middle. So okay, you just want women to dress like that for their husbands. It's 2026. We live in the United States. Everyone and their mother is wearing body conscious outfits. If you don't want to, don't wear them. I won't judge anyone off that, but I'm not going to call somebody a 304 or a thought for their fashion choices.
You're talking about because he's happy, I guess.
He does that with everybody. He's that's his thing. They do the walk across the street, and he just
anyway. Let me get to the part.
I'm a six-figure funded trader, and I've passed plenty of challenges just like this one, using just one tool, the fit.
Because people are body conscious, men and women.
So listen.
Disingenuous.
So okay.
Before I don't look.
Damn, you agree?
I don't know if you're Muslim.
Okay, so I'm talking to Ali. I said I don't know if you're Muslim, and let's listen.
Or what?
Damn.
But women.
Did I break up? Did I break up?
No. Women who wear clothes like that. You're right. You go to the gym, and sometimes I just laugh. It's hilarious. Some of the stuff they have on. But I've said this before. I don't look at women. This is how people dress in society now. So saying, their thoughts and, this and that is disingenuous because people are because I'm giving you why. You said a lot. Because.
Okay, first off, I was on Melanin Legacy, and Peace Genesis. Tommy was talking to me about this, and I was trying to give some background, but it was his panel. So people came for me. They're like, oh, you just bowed down. Because I end up talking over Ali on this clip because Ali always talks over everyone and he talks too much. But hey, it's his show. He's a co-host. However, I wanted to point something out. If you listen, he came in saying a lot. He talked about women deserve to be checked. He doesn't want to see that. They should get sexually harassed. Men should, it's the same as getting a DP without asking for it. So now I come in and it's called Ladies First. And I start giving my point. And right away, he's going to start interrupting me. And that's when I returned him the favor and started interrupting him. Now, hear my reasoning for that. That's his prerogative. I wasn't going to argue him down. He kept on saying he didn't want to know about the history. And he said all he saw is the clip that he was watching when I was interrupting Ali, because Ali needed to be interrupted. Check. He needed to be interrupted. But I agreed. I said, you know what? Fair enough. I was wrong. I interrupted him. You're right. I was behaving badly by interrupting him, and it was a conscious choice. I agreed with Tommy when he said you shouldn't have even gone over there if you knew you were going to argue with him. He has a point to the point where, not that I'm worried about arguing, because it is to debate topics about women. That's what that panel is about. I agreed about he's saying I shouldn't have gone over there because essentially I get disrespected by Ali. He starts insinuating that I'm not submissive, which I don't have to be. If he's saying submissive, no, I'm not submissive. Not according to his definition of submissive. Damn right I'm not. And anybody else in this community, we need to teach people what submission and dominance is. You don't get to abuse people and they just keep eating bowls of caca from you. And you say, oh, that's a very submissive person. Yeah, there's submission there, but it's oppression and it's abuse. We're talking about positive submission and healthy submission. Did you want to say something before I finish playing this? Because I'm going to finish playing this.
I mean, I think they get S&M mixed with submission.
Yeah,
like, because a person has a mind, they want people to be S&M submissive, not regular. Like, I mean, just submission is a actual form of dominance in a certain way. If you actually think about it, you're submitting, but at any point the submission could end. So the dominant person has to have a certain level of respect for the person that's being submissive, or that person takes away their submission. That's the whole point of submission.
Bingo. Submission is a gift, and it is a privilege that you give to someone. They think we're supposed to just, and by the way, when I come in someone's house, technically I get it. Ali is the host, the co-host, but that channel belongs to Fatty. And I get it. That's his homie. I know Fatty wants me to respect Ali like him, but it's hard to do so. I treat people how they treat me. What I'm trying to say is when I come into someone's house, if I know it's their panel, I'm going to treat them with respect. That's why when I'm over there and Fatty says some things that I may not agree with, and that I'll acquiesce, or I'll say, yeah, you're right. I don't just, how do you show my complete behind, as my parents say, like, we can't take you anywhere. I don't do that. So with Ali though, yeah, he's a co-host, but he doesn't, for me, he wants people to just listen to him ramble and bash women and call women hoes and 304s and thoughts. No, sir. I snatched the submission right back, as you say. So I want to finish playing the rest of what he said here, and then I'll let you comment on it. Let me get it.
Because people are body conscious, men and women. Women, it's not the same as getting a DP. If you see this woman walking across the street with a sexy dress on, it's not the. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
It is.
You're not looking at her genitals.
It is. Y'all always try to downplay. You know what's even worse? You know what's worse? A fantastic.
See how he wants to railroad me and talk over me? And then when I start doing it, that's when I was on that panel and Tommy was like, well, you were talking over him. Yeah, I was talking over him because he's annoying as hell, and he needs to stop trying to push that women deserve to be mistreated for how they dress.
And Fatty. You know what's worse?
Give some pushback because it's been kind of an echo chamber about this. She has on a very sexy dress.
Okay.
We know this. We know that we can see it's body conscious. But she's this is a society where have you been to Miami? Like, yes. We're not talking about going somewhere where everyone's wearing beekeeper outfits and burqas. She is in a society where that's a normal outfit, and she's going to put a dress on like that, and she's going to be around everybody else, like you said, who's dressed like that, and people are going to say it's not, you're not going to look at it and go, oh, this hoe, she wants me to see her this, she wants to get effed. It's just about body conscious, and people are much more conscious about their bodies these days. So cleavage, and
he's getting upset if you watch.
He's not listening to hear. He's listening to respond.
Yeah, and he's getting mad because I won't stop talking for him. He's like, "Oh gosh, you talk too long."
Saying stuff like,
yeah, and he's ready to go.
Booties doesn't mean that she's like. It's not equivalent to sending a DP.
Hey,
they're not
saying,
funny? I want to have sex with you. They're showing. They're showing what they worked out on. They're showing what they invested money on. And that's it. And if you don't like it, then keep your woman dressed in a beekeeper outfit and wrap her like a mummy, put her in a closet, bring her only out at night, make sure she has a box over her, and then you'll be okay. So that's all there is.
And then he'll cheat on that woman with the woman that's got the walking.
Right. But let me show you what happened with him, why I lost complete respect for him. He did it before. Like he really likes to talk about y'all this and y'all that. First off, Negro, or whatever you are, sir, Turkish Negro, you don't know me just because you see me on the internet. Don't be like a 5-year-old watching TV. You don't know anything about me. But let's keep listening. Talking about y'all this and y'all that. And that's when I started when he started with the, oh, you are so submissive. That's when I started in on him personally.
Wrap her like a mummy, put her in a closet, bring her only out at night, make sure she has a box over her, and then you'll be okay. So that's all there is.
And y'all, and that's a lie. Just like y'all get upset with young girls who can get the men you can't get anymore. You'll when you get 50 years old in your body, I'll buy the land.
First off, now he changes lanes. Male chauvinism, better known in social media, Black Manosphere. Yes, it is, Max. Peace, Max. Peace, Zion, and peace to DMG. Yes, everybody, this man starts talking about, first he said we need to check these girls who are wearing the outfits, when I just gave him all these facts and let him know, listen, this is a body conscious, whether you can only control your own circle, right? He starts talking about you're going to be jealous of them. What the hell? Where did we go from you don't want to see those titties and booties to now I'm jealous of those titties and booties? No, you're jealous of the titties and booties. And that's why I cut him off and started saying you're the one that's upset with them because he thinks he's triggering me, baby. He has the wrong one, and y'all know he does. He really, really has the wrong one. Let's listen a little bit more. You want to say something before I start it? Peace, DMG. I don't know if
what they love to do is try to make younger women pit younger women against older women and say, oh, see, you're just mad because you're 50 and she's 20 and her body is younger, and now you've hit the end of the road and you can have children no more.
The end of the road? You mean the wall?
As if Cootie Cat just ceases to exist, like our vagina is like disappear.
Okay, hold on, don't go too far. You know I got to keep this up.
I mean, I know.
I agree with you though. You use a code word.
Our Cootie Cat.
No, not Cootie Cat. Just our bodies, okay?
Our booty, but sniggly lag.
You are stupid. I can't let you up on my panels without being serious. Stop it.
Our sniggly parts. God dang it, you two.
Okay, seriously though, he is so funny how he switched lanes into the whole, I gotta turn the young woman against the older woman. Let me try that. Yeah, it's like,
it's because you 50 and she 20 and you.
Yeah, and by the way, he said when you turn 50, thanks, Ali. You make me feel good about myself. He says once you get to be 50, listen.
But you're upset with the young girls.
I'm not upset. Who's mad with young girls who can get the man you can't get anymore? You'll when you get 50 years old in your body, I'll buy the land.
But you're upset with the young girls.
What did you say? A bottle lay? What the hell does that mean?
I'm about to land.
No.
Peace,
I'm not mad. Actually, y'all need to stop.
You said they're whores and thoughts. You said it's the same as sending a vulgar DP. You are mad because you don't like it. You said, why don't we check them? Check them why? I think young women, because their bodies are beautiful, they definitely should wear body conscious because they're, like you said, they're not always going to be like that. So why should I get mad at a young woman with a beautiful body and tell her she's a thought when it's a good thing? So you're the one who's mad at young women, Ali.
Y'all flip-flop.
Because you're
actually, when you get about 50...
1 second, Ali, 1 second.
Didn't want to
anyway, go ahead.
When you get about 50, that's his way of trying to put you down.
I know, like
no other way of putting you down than the age.
My age. Yeah, my age, yeah.
If I was up there, he'd be like, oh, well, obese women.
Exactly. He would. And then another woman, he'd say,
oh, you light skin, whatever it is.
You're not attractive. Anyway, but I did say something to that one girl because she got up there talking about she wants to drag women by their hair and their thoughts and whores if they dress like that. I said, you're an undesirable.
And they were all clapping like, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That sounds exactly right. Just grab them.
No, they didn't clap. They had the nerve to attack me. Talking about, oh, I can't believe you said that to her. That's what you guys say. That's your rhetoric. Peace is a queen, and Zion, peace. I don't know if you're there, Zion, if you can hear me. Okay.
Peace.
Peace as a queen. I'm going to get to you in just a moment. I want to hear from you. Zion, he was here and he wants to say something. What did you want to come in here and defend your brother? I'm just kidding. What's up, Zion? How you doing? Zion, are you there? We can't hear you. Zion? I can hear myself. That's weird. Okay, let's see. You need to work on your audio, Zai, because we can hear you. I'm gonna make
your voice sound lower every time. Like when that's creepy.
Who, my voice?
No, when it repeats back, it's like, "Hello, Zion."
That's the demon that's coming for us. Hey, it's the queen. Unmute your mic if you want to add. I want to hear from you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just came in maybe like 5-10 minutes ago, and I laughed so hard at the old school usage of cootie cat. I love you for that. But yeah, just the conversation at hand. I only heard the part where he was basically trying to make you jealous of younger women, as if, older women are jealous for some strange reason. Like they're about to go through the same heartbreak we went through when we were their age. Like nobody is jealous, okay?
Right.
If anything, we want to stop them from going through the same heartbreak that we went through so they can get further in life than we got to go. So
yeah, did you hear the part about did you hear anything before about what he said about let me tell you, I can go back, but I'll just let you know what he said. He says this is a gentleman, and I use that word lightly, because I don't have anything. Let me just stay on track. Okay, this is a man who gets on panels and he says women who wear yoga pants or cleavage or anything that's form-fitting are thoughts and hoes. And he also, of course, includes women who are on the internet showing a lot. Are thoughts and hoes. And it's the equivalent, them going to the store, like in Target and Walmart, and you seeing them in yoga pants with cleavage is the equivalent to a man sending a DP, you know what that is, of his private parts, get it, to a woman without her wanting it, an unsolicited one. He says that's the same, him having to look at women with shorts on or anything that he deems provocative. It's the same as if he took a picture of his private part and sent it to her without her wanting it. That's what he said. What do you think about that?
That's a gross false equivalence. Yeah. Like your bare skin and these clothes that I'm wearing do not equate to each other. It's a way to like demonize our behavior using their demon behavior, and I don't agree at all. No, I missed that part. Thank you for explaining.
Yes. He says basically women who dress, may run to the store in biker shorts. Oh, he really has some problems with that. Anything that's tight, like yoga pants or biker shorts, he says that woman is a 304 and a thought, and she should be treated. He likes to add that. I can play the rest of it. He says she should be treated like a 304 and a thought. So yeah, here we got Zion back. Is there anything else you wanted to say before I get to Zion? It's a queen.
Mic check. I can't hear shit. I gotta
go back
out again.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to hear the rest of this conversation.
Y'all can hear me, but I think
hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm not here to defend, dude. I gotta go back out because I can't hear y'all now.
Okay, coming back in. I was joking with you. Go ahead. Come back.
I can't hear you.
All right, go out and come back. It must be your device, because we can hear you, but you can't hear us. Okay, let's listen to the rest of what happens on this conversation between him and me. Jeez.
Second. Now, let him finish when he starts.
Go ahead.
Starts talking.
Yeah, when you get 50, you gonna judge them too, because she gonna start taking attention to your man as well too.
No,
just like y'all.
That way, honey.
Broke up. Hey, you
That's
keep
why I asked.
I'm wrong.
One second. That's why I asked about. Let him finish his thought. Okay. You can reply afterwards.
Go ahead.
Y'all are liars. Most of y'all, when y'all talk about young girls and try to make men out to be predatory because an older man can pull her, you're actually jealous of her because you can't get
whoever said anything about men predatory, like he's just pulling out shit, excuse me, out the air. Like he's the one who said he doesn't like women looking sexy. And now it's all about me not liking young girls.
Those men anymore. Same way when you start losing your body, you start aging, you get old, and you start becoming a so-called righteous woman that found God, you're only judging that girl because you can't do it anymore. Y'all lie. Y'all know exactly.
Who wants to comment on
How,
anybody want
see,
to post this?
and that's how he was able to probably get the young girls to agree with him.
Doesn't make
that whole commentary is just to like get people on his side, because you were not talking about anything closer to that. He's the one who talked about young women wearing thongs. So now it's not even about what his original comment is. It's now trying to attack you or attack the older women. And now it becomes a conversation about older versus younger women.
Yeah.
So that's moving the goalpost, sir. Like we weren't talking about that. What are you talking about, sir?
Thank you. What do you agree? Issa, I'm just gonna let you weigh in before I start the audio back up. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, let me play the rest. Yeah, he was just moving the goalposts and trying to get them to side with him.
Judging that girl because you can't do it anymore. Y'all lie. Y'all know exactly what y'all doing with your bodies every single day. It's not for righteous attention. It's not for God. It's not for a husband. It's not for looking like a...
First off, there's a lot of women who are dressing sexy to attract a husband, sir. I don't know what he's talking about. He's on some weird Bible.
Even if it wasn't to attract a husband, why are you... Okay, listen. People get so hyper-focused on things that ain't got nothing to do with anything. If a woman gets dressed up, why do you think it's your right to tell a woman what to wear, how to wear it, and if she's attracting a husband or a wife or a whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say, okay, well, no, the men, we don't want to see y'all out here with y'all, whatever, hanging out.
That's
but if they 50 years old, y'all competing against other women. No, you're trying to pit younger women against older women because you lost the argument. Exactly. So now you have to like change the subject into something bullshit to seem like you have a valid point. Period.
Thank you. Zion, how's it going now with your setup?
Check. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey, yo.
Hi there. Are you cold?
No, well, I'm downstairs in my grandmama's basement. I'm in New York, y'all.
Oh, you're in New York City?
I'm in New York, live and in action, you know what I'm saying?
Are you in New York City?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm home.
I think Issa Queen is in New York City too, aren't you, Issa Queen? You need to go see Son.
I'm in Long Island. I'm in Long Island specifically.
Oh, you told me you were in I know you live in Long Island.
No. I live in Syracuse. I'm from Long Island.
Oh,
I'm here. I just laid my grandmother to rest today.
Oh my goodness!
Can't you see my puffy eyes? My eyes is puffy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, my condolences and peace and blessings to you.
Yeah. No.
Oh, she was on her way.
I heard, huh?
I remember you said she was transitioning.
Yeah.
Oh, Zion, the AI thing we went over.
Yes.
Oh, we got to do that dream thing.
You see?
I forgot.
Did you see the part where I was in the funeral in the AI video?
No, you got to send it to us again.
That I did that like 2 weeks ago. Today I actually lived the video.
That is amazing. That's beautiful. That's
like crazy. Yeah.
Did
they come to your house?
Huh?
Did eat dinner like the same way that video did? To eat the dinner like it was like a. AI
well, I had dinner with my family today.
Like the same look, like with the AI.
The house and everything looks like I'm going to do a video showing the house and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's some slight variation, but the very same feel. And the crazy thing is, when I'm having dinner with my family, had all like tons of. Oh my God, we had church last night. I mean, we had church last night. Church. Really?
What did you guys do?
The church was packed. Like, so my grandfather's house is right, but the church is right next to the house that they built together.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I'm saying? 75 years together. So anyway, so everything was at the church, and we just had food and everything like that. It was nice.
Keyword 75 years.
75 years. Can you think? Can you imagine?
Together.
Can you imagine that?
Damn, that's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Damn, that's awesome.
And that's what I came on here actually to say when you with these characters that, you know what I'm saying, these very angry incel type men and manosphere. I don't know what's going on. Like, we've lost focus of what I just witnessed, you know. And they placed her. I got the video. When you guys can check it out on my page. I got the video of you know what I'm saying, they buried her right above him, you know what I'm saying.
Oh wow.
So that was, you know what I'm saying, the very theme. She's with Joe, you know what I mean, now. And she wanted to be with her husband a whole year later. So you know, the people talk about all of these freaking daggone, oh, women this and women that, you know what I'm saying, and oh, you got to be this or you got to be that, and they don't have, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm 51 years old. I don't got 75 years. I wish I had spent not 5 years to spend with somebody.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I was thinking that's a long
What are
time.
these dudes talking about? Like, yeah, they got their priorities backwards. They want to sit here and hate on and call women this and call women that, but they themselves are not whole men to be in whole relationships. Because if they had that kind of love, that Joe and Emma love, they wouldn't be talking smack about nothing. They'd be trying to lead by example. Shut your mouth, fix your face, wipe your mouth off.
Yeah, that's right. You got that right. Thank you. I knew you weren't coming in to support him, but thank you, and our condolences. And what a sweet, loving. That's a beautiful transition.
Yeah, it was always beautiful, y'all. It was so beautiful, y'all. That church was packed, and I mean, you know what I'm saying, there was smiles, love, freaking laughter, tears. I mean, if I ever, you know, that was one way to go. Was remembered very well. You know what I'm saying? Very, you know what I'm saying? Very well. So
that's beautiful. So Zion,
yeah.
I'm gonna play a little bit more of this.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fall back, but I'm here. Yeah,
no, we want you to be here, definitely. So I want you to hear the part, y'all, when he starts talking about, because I told him he is acting like a woman. You know, I had to go there. And then he told me,
you got to meet him. You got to meet him. You got to meet him when they playing field. So they're going to be very.
What happened here? Genesis is turning.
Hold on.
I mean, I can't remove it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Hello? You there, Genesis?
Can you hear me now? I'm here.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Check
so
one.
Let me let you hear the rest of this mess. It just went off the rails.
It's not for righteous attention. It's not for God. It's not for a husband. It's not for looking like a good woman. It's to get that type of attention from men and to condemn the men when they gave you the attention that you're asking for. So we're just asking you this.
Sorry, here it is.
That type of attention from men and to condemn the men when they gave you the attention that you're asking for. So we're just asking you this. If you're going to carry yourself and conduct yourself like that, don't get mad at us when we treat you just like you are. Y'all actually get mad.
What do you mean by that?
didn't laugh. And you interrupted me again, right? And I thought you were cooperative.
Notice he said, don't get mad when we treat you just like you are. That's the scary part. If you're going to carry yourself, he's talking about what we wear. He said, if you're basically, now he's saying carry. First, he said he doesn't like seeing the outfits. Now it's about how we carry ourselves. He says, if you're going to basically wear those outfits, don't be mad when we treat you just like what you are. And what he says is, a woman who wears those sexy outfits is a thought in a 304. Thoughts in 304s, in his mind, are promiscuous, not selective sexually, and, as they say, for the streets. Meaning everybody can have some. That's the problem. You are facilitating predatory behavior when you say that. When you say, don't be surprised when we treat you how you are, how you show yourself to be. He's saying women deserve what they get. You know what? She wore it. She asked for it. Let's listen.
Can I say something about that really quick?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Go ahead.
Because in the reverse, we would never say these type of things, right? We would never say that Trayvon Martin deserved to die because he had on a hoodie. We would never say that. But I find it interesting that whenever it comes to women's clothing, like, you justify what is being done to her. But when it comes to these hoodies and these baggy pants or tight pants, whatever youth generation that you're in, right? We would never say the cops had a reason for killing them based on their clothes. We would never say that.
Bingo. And that's the issue. Thank you for pointing that out. But we see a lot of our brothers, a lot of our men can't wait to say, oh, well, she wore it. She asked for it. So let me rewind that a little bit and let you hear him again. Make that equivalency. Here it is.
If you're going to carry yourself and conduct yourself like that, don't get mad at us.
And notice how he changed. He's an excellent goalpost mover. First, it was how we dress. Now we're talking about our behavior. But I just want to point out, he's talking essentially about clothing.
Treat you just like you are. Y'all actually get mad when we get that type of attention from men, and they condemn the men when they gave you the attention that you're asking for. So we're just asking you this. If you're going to carry yourself and conduct yourself like that, don't get mad at us when we treat you just like you are. Y'all actually get mad.
What do you mean?
I didn't let. And you interrupted me again, right? And I thought you were cooperative, submissive.
No, but what do you mean when we treat you like what? Like horse and you are predator?
Oh yeah. Y'all get mad. No, see, you said no, not predatory, because you use sex for money and resource.
Did you just hear that? First off, what the hell? He just said, don't be surprised if we treat you like you're dressed, and he thinks that's a 304. And then he said, I said, what do you mean clarify? He wouldn't clarify it. And then he goes into, I thought you used sex for money and resource. Excuse me? What the hell? Who wants to? I heard somebody want to say something.
Nah, he sounded a little effeminate in his voice. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he's a mess. You hit it on the head. Let's listen to the rest of this, because he's
a little lisp there.
Yeah, he's gonna start getting a really disrespectful, and I'm, whatever. It's not my first rodeo, for a man to act like this. But he already he drew first blood talking about, oh, and you're not submissive, and you use sex for money and resource. So then he's gonna get in his feelings when I say he acts like a woman. Watch.
Oh, so you don't treat the man like a whore, though.
Like what? How do you treat them when they haven't addressed like that? How do you treat them?
It's hard to answer a question when you're asking the question and you interrupt me while I'm asking the question. You really don't want me to answer it. You want to interrupt me while you're asking the question, but you're supposed to be the submissive, the cooperative woman. I thought you were as well, too, because I thought you was a kept wife and a woman as well, too.
What the hell do you hear this guy, how he's talking? I need to hear.
Why would you have to be submissive to him? You're not interested in him.
Yeah, but why didn't he want to? Exactly. That's what I say. But why didn't he just answer? Go ahead.
Yeah, like what you so women have to be submissive to every man around her, or just the person that she's with? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would your conversation with him have to dictate whether you have submissive person qualities?
That's a great question. I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah. It's Freudian slips everywhere. Freudian.
Yes.
Slips.
It's going to get a little bit worse. It's going to get a little heated because now he's starting to talk about me and my marriage and all this stuff. He's talking about my marriage. When you hear him, he's just not brave enough to come right out and say it.
Wife and a woman as well too, and you get on women about how they move as well too. But when it comes to you having to actually conduct yourself that way too, you get upset at a man when he don't want to treat you like a wife or respect you because you don't respect yourself.
Women when
And
they
you keep
dress
doing
like
it again.
What the hell is he talking about? Respect me as a wife. I don't know if this guy has been waiting for this moment for months and years to talk to me about this. But to me, it's like a veiled kind of something that he's pulling up from something else, you know? Like maybe he saw an
That
interaction
happens.
between, yeah.
That
What'd you
happens.
say?
They hear you speak on other platforms and they feel like they have a
respect
better
yourself as a
comeback
wife.
for that conversation. So they bring it up to
Yeah,
you as if they were a part of it, but they were just in the audience.
exactly. He sounds like he's going on some, and he did go on. It's exactly right, as a queen. He's on some other stuff. Now he's talking about me being submissive and a kept wife. And I'm like, this dude is just vomiting out all the stuff he wanted to say from panels, or I mean, from chats that he was in. And so let me just play. It's almost over.
How do you treat women when they dress like that? Back to you said how we treat you. How do you treat women when they
treat
dress
them like she's? Let me answer this for you, right? Hey, Napa, how do you treat a woman that dresses?
So Fatty goes and shows some pictures of some ladies with pet. He tried to help this guy.
Well, how does a man treat
I don't
a
treat
woman?
her like anything.
Exactly. So, hey, you see, hey, Fatty, hold on, ladies. You see how she can't say nothing about what a woman does? It's the same.
I don't. They showed a woman with yoga pants on doing a yoga move with her leg up. Why would I treat her like anything? I know you can't see it, but just anybody, especially the ladies, or Zion. If I see somebody wearing yoga pants, why am I supposed to treat her a certain way based on her yoga pants?
Yeah, that's crazy. He apparently is he's triggered when he sees cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Keep
he's
going.
triggered
I
when he
think you
sees
are.
cheeks. He's triggered. He has no control over his emotions when he sees, you know what I'm saying, a woman in some yoga pants. You know what I mean? Probably no matter how shapely or unshapely, it doesn't really matter. And he's just triggered by yoga pants.
Yeah. Let me
That's
go
weird.
back to
There's countries where people, you know what I'm saying, are very comfortable in their own skin and don't have to daggone, you know what I'm saying, be covered by layers and stuff like that. It's normalcy and nobody's, you know, necessarily triggered. And then there's places where, like, you know, where women wear long covering garbs, like in, you know, Middle East, and men are still freaking aroused with all of that scuba. What did you call it? What do you call it?
beekeeper outfit, and
Beekeeper outfit on.
Yeah.
They find the beekeeper outfit sexy. There are people who find it sexy for somebody to be dressed up in a furry costume. So it's not about what a person is wearing. It's about the person
dressing like a mascot. Look like you about to be on the football field cheering.
Yeah.
They want you to. So he does. If you go back and listen to the beginning, you're exactly right. He says he's tired of seeing that. It's bothering him that he has to see booties and titties everywhere he goes. And so that triggering thing is on point. And I showed where in the other countries they have been unaliving women. Not at least.
You said he's bothered by it?
Man, what
let me
man is bothered
He's
by a
bothered
woman's
by
body?
it?
yes, bothered,
Weird.
honey.
Like, why are you bothered by a
I am
woman's body?
unbothered, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
He's bothered
Men
by
should
it.
want to see more of as much of a woman's
I
body as
love it. You know
possible.
what I'm
They should
saying?
be like, oh yeah, show me the body. Like, what man is gonna get
Let me
mad
get
and
his
Most
enraged?
fabulous you can get.
They
Here
get
it is.
they sound enraged, outraged, like, oh my
He
god,
is
oh I'm
enraged,
outraged.
honey. He
What
is
is he
mad.
mad
So here
about?
it is right here.
Why are you
Listen,
mad on boobs, bro?
and booties, listen to this.
Get him.
He compares
He
it. So
wants
I'm
to see
going
the
back
ball.
to
He
here.
want to see a print is what he want to see.
Okay, listen.
That's
Oh shit! You said get him out of her. If you
Listen,
if
here
you
comes.
find you out.
Why? Let me ask y'all this, the sisters. Why y'all don't go at the sisters' head like that? I really believe the current market of women are doing is equivalent to a man sending a woman a D pic. I mean, sending a woman her D pic. What women are doing today is literally showing men their bodies when men don't even want to see it, and then you get upset if a man objectifies you, and you think a man wants to see it, but it's right in front of his face. But why aren't women collectively going, hey? What y'all doing is equivalent to a man sending you a D pic. If you don't want him to send you a D pic and you don't like him, why are y'all putting y'all breasts and booties all over the internet, all over the gym, all over everywhere? When we don't even, we like, you know what's so bad? When we tired of it. Like it's just too much. Everywhere you go, it's just booty and breast. They don't want to be.
The assumption is that we're doing that for men.
I know what he's saying, right? I know what he's saying. I'm not tired of seeing your fat asses and fat titties around.
Let's do that. At least, so you heard his friend. He's like, no, hold on now, bro. Hold on now. You're telling them the wrong thing. We're not tired of seeing but he said he's tired of seeing it. Okay, so I just wanted to play that part. I'm gonna stop playing all this. Basically, this show is about just bringing some awareness to the fact that there are men out here trying to bring that Sharia law mindset that women should be harmed or mistreated for what they wear, when this is not happening in the West. It's not legally happening.
I'm tired of seeing y'all.
There are women in Iran getting unalived. They have this group of people called the morality police. And my friends told me they go around, they beat the women up with their hair, too much hair is showing. If they're wearing lipstick, they put razor blades and napkins, and they pretend to wipe the women's mouths, but they're cutting their lips. They take them and they arrest them. It's illegal to look. If they think you're looking provocative, they'll take you down to the station and make you admit that you were doing something to, look provocative, and then you'll have a criminal record. So I just want to talk to the ladies. I see you're gonna come in and talk about feminism, Issa Queen. I'm all for that. Even though feminism has gotten it has a negative connotation. I did on one of my rants. I did say, why do we keep hearing, let me say this, why are Black women being told over and over that white women are the reason that there's a feminist movement? There were white women, yes, that have had a feminist movement, but I know Issa Queen's going to come in and show us some background, because I just pointed out the thing about slavery, how we had a very powerful position, working in the homes and, seen as not as a threat. And we could juxtapose ourselves with the massa or the mistress to get things for our people. That was a type of power. So I see that you're going to do your feminist thing about taking it back to Africa. I think, Issa Queen, I'm talking to you. You can fill us in. But what I want to say is I'm looking forward to that, because we need more of this type of conversation. We can't just keep sitting back and letting women be railroaded or mistreated or treated like second-class citizens when we want to say something on a panel. If we don't do what we're told, we're not submissive or we're manly. So, Issa, can you go ahead and close out and let us know what we're looking forward to with you on your feminism debate with King J?
Yeah, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about, period, but definitely in this debate will be just reclaiming that movement, because for a lot of people, they only know the history through the white women's eyes. Like they only know about feminism and the movements, but like our feminist movements have started way before that. Everywhere you find oppression of women, you see women fighting against that. So that's what's going to be a lot of my teachings, just talking about what feminism looks like to Black women. And I'm excited to have these conversations.
Yeah. That is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, we should have a women's panel. I used to do a show called Sister Sip Down, but I want to start doing it again over here. Not Sister Sip Down specifically, but just a woman's panel regularly. Not banning men like our brother Zion. They're more than welcome, but just where we can, talk. And every time when we do these shows like this, it won't be like, oh, here comes the feminism again. Oh, it's like we can't even talk about stuff like this without being beaten up. And I know Black feminists that would love to sit and talk with you. My friend Shika Tiba, she is a Black feminist. I know you have probably a lot of bell hooks writing, right? I'm talking to you, Issa.
Absolutely, bell hooks. But I am looking right now into this the 18th century, 17th century writings by Black women talking about our autonomy and things like that, because it goes all the way back, right? They were talking about intersectionality before the word came. So we just got to remember this.
And that's wild that you brought that up, because I know about, we all know about slavery, but the 17th and 18th century for Black women and Black people in period, but the women, we're talking about women. I love that time. I mean, does that sound crazy? Like, women were so empowered, not as empowered as they are now, but you would think when people think about that time, not you, but people who aren't informed, they'll say, oh, poor Black women were so downtrodden and they just didn't have anything going for themselves. But I'm excited to hear you bring out some information on that. I really am.
Yeah, I have some poetry, some excerpts. It's going to be really great, because as much as they think that we were tricked by the white women, but we were cussing them out. Just as much as we were pissed at the white man, we were pissed at the white woman too. So it's just like, I just can't wait to bring life to all of, I like to call them my aunties and grandmas, all of our aunties and grandmas, and bring life to their words and remember like what Black women look like, right? Like not every like Black women are powerful. We've always been powerful, from the Dahomies to the Kandakes to the Harriet Tubmans. Like, how dare you try to put me in the corner? Like that's basically where I'm at.
Wow.
So I want to show you guys a video that I did. It was called Ifa and the Divine Feminine. And in that live I did with Abundance Child, she brought out like an actual she read like an excerpt from a book about Ifa, and I wanted to show this in this moment because it's very telling. A lot of these men that are like, jealous of women, there's something behind it. So I wanted to see if we like play a little bit of like this.
What
like,
is it though? You know how
it's from my channel. It's not from nobody else's channel. It's a video I did.
Okay.
Where
is it? All right.
It's right
is it all right? Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit, I removed it. Dang. Put it back up. Oh no, I got it. Oh, you already have it up. You can play it yourself.
Okay. So I want you guys to check this out, because I think that people got it messed up about what's really going on. Let's go.
And they grow and they evolve. Some of those things that she said might not necessarily work for them. I'm trying to think of something else that she talked about. Oh yeah, so I really just want to stick to the point that I'm somebody that respects Yoruba culture as the culture that has been keeping Ifa alive for all this time. But I really like the technology of Ifa, and we have to. That's where my intent is. It's on the spiritual technology, the ancestral technology.
Right. So when we're talking about Ifa and women in Ifa, because there's so many different things going on with when it comes down to Ifa, where even the men in Ifa, you know, there's a whole thing about women can't do this and women can't do that and how the woman's place is. So let's go.
This happened to Selling Drops God Kitchen.
That's crazy.
By Amori Talbot. There she documents a trying tale of how men stole the mysteries of the women's secrets in societies in southeast Nigeria. The tale was recounted by 3 elder women who explained that in the old days, women used to outnumber men. As men grew, they became dissatisfied with their lot and began to conspire for more by asking for the women to share the secrets of the mysteries so that they would become strong as a society. Upon meeting, the women debated the suggestion with the elder women, stating emphatically to not do so. They did not trust the men in their plight. The younger women, however, fought on behalf of their husbands and suggested that the elder women cared only for things of yesterday and that it was a new day. Eventually, the old women overcame the elders and did share the mysteries with the full rights and every secret by means of which they had formerly held dominion. Shortly thereafter, new laws were created to forbid women to participate in their own ceremonies, including the ancestral plays. Instead, they would be taken over by men and become a men's society where women were forbidden. Further, if any woman would try to participate, witness, or practice, they would escort her to the market and behead her for all of the town to see, so that all other women would be dissuaded from participation. Now, since the men were stronger in limb and cruel, the women were forced to comply. Only 2 elder women remained who still practiced keeping their pots hidden in palm fronds in the ceiling, and one eventually was slashed by a machete. This forced the movement into the women's mysteries to go underground. The tale seemed to be one of the few remnants of women's stories and what happened to their mysteries, except a month after discovering this text, I met a woman who was Kikuyu from Kenya. Her name was Wangari, and she became a great source of knowledge about the Kikuyu women's traditions. Trained in the ways of the ancients by her mother and unfamiliar with the previous story above, she also recounted a similar tale of the history of the women's tradition in Kikuyu. Her story differed only slightly in that conspiracy involved the husbands pressing the young wives for the secrets and one acquired, and conspired to get all the menstruating women pregnant at the same time. Now, you know, women who live together and in nature have synchronized cycles of ovulation, menstruation, and birth, since these were some of the mysteries. The men then knew how to achieve the task. Now, since the women were great fighters, they had to attack when they were weakest in order to win. And at the height of pregnancy, the women were incapacitated, and the other women that remained were elder women who were so weak. It was then that the men took over and overthrew the female chief. These stories suggest that there was a mass movement across the continent where women's mysteries were taken and then used against them. I just wanted to stop there. Sibbles and Mami Wata by Mama Zogbe also goes a lot more into detail to me about some of these things, and she does a really good job of documenting via anthropological findings and things like that what Sister Ayala Kamari is putting down in this book.
Okay. Thank you for playing that, because that is absolutely true. That's not just that's in every single culture and historical civilization. They've overtaken women's leadership and spiritual. Go ahead.
It has a name. It's called male cult myths, where they explain in the myth how they steal the power from the women, whether it be like sacred symbols or sacred knowledge, and then or instruments that literally is a symbolization of our fertility, of our menstrual cycles and things like that. And they take it, and then this is where the men start to do their blood rituals to emulate our blood cycles and things like that. It's really deep.
Right. And you know, I'm glad you brought up the blood rituals. They have to actually, when they do the blood rituals, there's a lot of loss of life. We are the only ones who can, and I know they're going to come for me on this one about the menstrual and the birth, but there's not a loss of life when you have women's blood rituals. Not saying that women didn't do sacrifice of animals, but at the core, the woman is bleeding, and it's a symbol of life, where they, with their sacrifice, can only do death in the sacrifice. So I want to add that. That's deep, wasn't it? You like that, Issa?
Yeah,
Did you like that?
And let me tell you something else. That, look at the jealousy. So you had, but then you have like, so let me just show you the archetypes. You have the pick me women that says, you know what? My husband wants to know the secrets. You guys are like, come on, just let the husband know what the secrets is. And then you had like those women that said, no, hell no, we're not going to tell. You guys are in the olden times. Let the husband know. The husband get into her mind, she get into their mind. We tell the secrets, we get beheaded, right? The woman,
there's
the
always
wise
a
woman.
woman who, yeah, there's always a woman who wants to. That's a loving. I wouldn't say pick me. I think it's a loving side where, remember, it's not always a husband, it's a son. Get it? The son gets the secrets from the mother, right? It's not always just like giving it over to your husband.
No, according to the story, the wives, they would have like these wives that were probably a little bit younger.
Zion left. He said, "It's my time to go."
I'm sorry. No, that was saying to the elder women that were keeping the secrets. No, let y'all are like y'all trying to keep this old way. My husband want to know what's going on. I think that we, they're at the council meeting. I think that we should let our husband know what's going on, right? And the older woman like, no, this is our secret, whatever. So what happens? The younger women begin to dispel the secrets onto the older men, and then they decide, okay, listen, we're going to tell them. What happens? Now there's beheadings. Well, now you can't do it no more. And now if you do it, you're going to get your beheaded. We got we don't now your head gets chopped. If you can't do it no more unless if we find you doing it, head chopped off. Because now we know what it is y'all doing. Come on now. So it's a jealousy. It's a jealousy of power that women have, and that's the thing. Is that this guy talking about a woman showing her that's all right. That's her feminine wows.
Whatever. Yeah, it's power, and they don't want to admit it.
He hates it so much that he wants to grape her in some kind. He just wants to annihilate, like in some way. It control him, right? But no one looks at a man when he has his D print out, when he ain't got no drawers on, like we want to kill him. You know what I'm saying? But in a man's eyes, when they see that, certain men will literally want to. It's a jealousy going on. Yeah. Why? And it spans back to the early times when women had power. We had influence. We still do have power, but that power has been removed because they were able to take our secret societies. And then if you were to execute that, you were a witch, you were a this, they would behead you.
Oh God, don't get me started on the Malleus Maleficarum and the witch hunts. Oh, we do need to keep talking about these. We need to do these more often.
Hello,
you know what we should do?
All this stuff is about really about and these women were healers. They were the healers of the community. Think about nurses. Look at how nurses get looked down on, and they know way more than the doctor do, right? They spend way more time.
I wouldn't say nurses are looked down on. I don't think nurses are looked down on. Well, I don't think nurses are looked down on, but they definitely don't get the same respect as doctors. I wouldn't say when you
doesn't come in and say, "Okay, take this prescription," but the nurse is there the whole time with the patient. Why isn't she?
I know. I agree.
Look down on to me is if she ain't paid the same amount as that doctor to come in for 5 minutes to say, "Oh, okay," after he read everything the nurse said, and then come in and ask you the same question everybody else asked you, and is there for 5 minutes and gets paid double the amount that any nurse have ever done, but she been sitting up there the whole time with you, taking your vitals, doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I
Why
agree.
isn't she paid? So that's so yes, they look down upon.
He doesn't make the same. Well, yeah, but I'm just thinking, look down on like it's a bad people.
No, when I say
the
look down
profession
on them,
isn't looked down on.
it's looking down on them as if they are not worthy of the same amount of pay. And
oh yeah, they're not treated
Yeah,
with
and I wanted to add to the looking down on part because it is a profession that isn't at that same echelon as the doctor, and it's by design because it was created for our gender, it was created for women. And they purposely
created by
didn't take
doctors.
us,
Everything when it deals with health and helping human health.
Right, but I was more so speaking for when they went to war on the midwives, right? Because there was a whole thing where they were going to war with the midwives, and basically nursing is the idea of midwifery, but through the institution, because that's how they kept the medical field away from us, by starting institutions. And in these institutions, you're blocking women, you're blocking Black people from getting the education to do those jobs. So it was purposely put in that way. So when somebody says, yeah, nursing is not as a big of a deal, it's because of that.
Oh yeah, I can tell you right now for myself personally, and I'm saying this because I'm on record in public. How do I say, in Arizona, you could practice midwifery just fine without a license. And then they got to a point where you could not do midwifery unless you're a registered nurse and becoming licensed. So as a doula, same thing. You can practice as a doula with just certification, but it's getting to the point now they're finding ways to institutionalize being a doula. So they did it with midwifery. So now you can't say, okay, I'm a midwife unless you're a registered nurse. And then that's what requires licensing as a midwife. Now as a doula, you're certified, but now they have licensing. So they're saying it's an option at this point. If you're a doula, you don't have to get licensed, but of course, I'm going to go ahead and get licensed before you get one. So I'm hearing that's a conversation that I definitely, there's so many good conversations. They take things away that they know are women, controlled by women, controlled and powered by women. And 100% it's institution. I'd say the doctor we're saying it was male dominated. If we go, how far do we have to go back where we all agree that being the doctor was women dominated? So 100%. When I said look down, though, I was thinking about like how people look at nurses, but yeah, it's a step down. No one's, if you say, do you want to be considered a doctor or a nurse? People are going to choose doctor. If they say, do you want to be a doula or a midwife? Now everybody wants to be a midwife. They don't want to be a doula. But it's going to be like that when you're as a doula. You're going to have to pretty much get to a point where you have to go take that 4 year, get the 4 years, and then become a registered nurse. So it's crazy.
But I want to play one more little part of like what she said, because it's gonna get even worse. Like the things they did in Africa, in ancient Africa, when it came, because in actuality, the Orishas were the nurses, the Iyanifas were the doctors, right? So this whole practice of overriding the female's power when it came down to even medicine is something that existed even in ancient Africa.
Okay, can we play this and then I'm going to close out? Sonetter's contacting me. He was in the chat, by the way. I summer jammed his comment about women looking at. We agree. Men go out with their DPs. Sonetter, you're absolutely right. So he was saying something, but yeah, go ahead, play that.
Down in this book. So these stories are even retold from a masculine perspective to demonstrate the change. While on the surface there are masks performing these mystery rites, even today there are obviously feminine in nature. And upon my study, I found similar surfacing in the Odus, oracle poetry, in Etans, the stories. And one such story recounts in the Odu Osa Meiji how the masquerades in a Gungu mask used to belong to women. Obatala, which is sometimes male and sometimes female, but in recent years male, have married Odu, and then discovers the secrets to the Egungun and begins to wear the Egungun cloth and mask, fooling everyone. So she goes on to talk about that. And then, even though that story is often recounted, you can even see that story on Facebook. There are other stories where she talks about where Obarisha is frustrated with Odu because she has so much power and she could take away anything from him. Odumare had given women more power than men, and anything she says actually comes into reality, so her power is great. She tells him that they should live together in the same place, and once they do, he gives her snails to calm her down. Once calm, he suggests that he doesn't keep any secrets from her, and while she keeps secrets about her power from him, and that they should share power together. She then tells them the secret to the Egun cloth, which is related to her power, and is subsequently able to then take it. Then she talks about Father P. Bowden in the Fetish and Fetishism from 1885, recounts a story where Obatala and Odu were married and had a domestic fight in which Obatala, Risha, blinded her to keep her quiet. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. Another acquisition of power comes in the Odu Irete Ogbe, where Arumala marries Odu and eventually obtains her secret. Then there's other Etans and stories that recount how Arumala takes Oshun's bag of wisdom, because Odumare had put the bag of wisdom, in on Earth, and was like, y'all need to find it. Oshun finds it first, and then she didn't know that she had a hole in her bag, and so it was falling out, and so Arumila then takes it and doesn't allow her to have it, and only gives her a part of it, which is considered Arundel or Marundel. So that's that story. So I advise people who are really interested in learning things from
What's the name of the book?
Historical perspective to get this book. She does a really good job in the.
So the book is called Ianifa. So what it is even in Ifa, even in African spirituality, you see like where knowledge gets stolen from the woman. The knowledge gets taken from the woman in some way. So, but they actually admit that the woman was the had the information, but somehow either got stolen or it got like lost in some way and given to the man. So
yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't have ever thought that that even in the African spirituality that it's so that's protested though by the women, like that the women bring it up.
Yeah,
I thought that because that's the first time I ever heard a woman mention that, hey, they're stealing it away. They're stealing it from us. That's interesting. Shout out to Abundance Child.
Yeah, the book is called Ianifa.
Okay. We definitely need to talk more about this. I appreciate Issa Queen has a debate coming. Yes, I know. We mentioned that earlier. Issa Queen has a debate coming up against King J. Do we have the flyer? Let me see.
And Issa Queen, go ahead and look into those books, and that's more ammunition for you.
We don't have the flyer up here, Sonnetter. Who is this? Sonnetter has some stuff up here that excuse me, y'all. I did not mean to. Sonnetter, where are you making these? Was that Yara? Oh my gosh, that was funny. Sonnetter has some funny. You're teaching him the Bible. Okay, where's yours though? Sonnetter, where's the one for what? Have y'all seen these? Is it just me? I haven't seen these. I haven't been up here for a minute.
These are hilarious.
Look at the shirt in the back. Look, it says Black Hebrew Israelites. He's teaching. Another. Yeah, I gotta get your flyer. I don't have the flyer for your debate up here. We got to do that. But It's the Queen has a. What date is there? I want you. We have this coming up this weekend. Let me take this down so I can just announce it, and then I want you to. I'm gonna see if I can find get the flyer for your debate. We have Sekou versus Easy Bands this weekend, April 12th. It has gone up to $25 donation. And if you are interested in catching one of these debates, which are always fire, in person during the actual debate when it's live, don't forget to get your ticket. Please don't wait till the last day, my friends and family. Okay, so It's the Queen. What is your debate going to be about? Let me take this down. And can you tell us when is your debate? I got to get the flyer. We're going to get the flyer up, though. But go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. The debate title is Did White Women Start Feminism? And I feel horrible for my brother King J because he's going to lose this terribly. But I'm glad that I have a chance to teach the world that no, they did not. And that will be April 23rd. That's going to be on Thursday at, I believe we said 7, but I could be wrong.
Yes, 23rd. Well, next time I got to get the flyer from him and we'll upload it so we can show it. But that's going to be great. Awesome, because King J is a formidable debater. He's very informed, but I'm not biased, King J, but I love to see when the women come in and debate. So I heard that you were debate. I didn't know you're from the Bomb Squad till recently. I thought you were just remember when you first came up and I was like, where did you come from? Remember that when I was doing the show at Genesis and you hit the panel? It's a Queen.
Yes, I remember that. And I'm from Harlem, definitely from Harlem, but yes, I
said that. Bomb Squad, but I know you're from Harlem. I said the Bomb Squad.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't a part of. I think I'm an honorary member at this point. Those are my.
Okay. Because they claiming you real quick, and that's all good. Because we love the Bomb Squad. It's all HOK to me. So yeah, I said Bomb Squad, not Harlem. But I know you're from Harlem. Maybe you heard maybe you heard bombs when I said Bomb Squad. You thought, oh, Harlem Bomb Squad. What's the difference? We're the bomb out here in Harlem. I love Harlem. I did live there for a minute, and of course, I lived there part-time. So shout out to Harlem, shout out to Sonetter, and shout out to the Bomb Squad. But most of all, shout out to the debaters who get in here. And it's not easy to put this stuff together and do these debates. So we will have you doing your debate, and then so I got what you're doing here. Y'all just trying to beat up on King J on the Bomb Squad because Ashe already had a debate with him, right? And now you're coming in to debate him and get your lick in.
He makes it so easy. I guess so.
Wow, yes. I heard King J saying some stuff. I love King J. Shout out to King J and his wife. But I heard him saying some crazy stuff on Rhetoric Frontier about when he was talking about how what was crazy for me, not the polygyny part. It was the part where he's like, when all the women can work. And I was like, what the hell? Because I think somebody said that a man needs to be able to take care of his multiple wives. And he's like, no, but every woman can have her job. And I'm like, oh, heck no. No, King J. No. I don't know if you heard him saying that.
No, I did not. I'm glad.
Go listen to it on that panel you jumped on when you guys were reviewing Shahrazad Ali. He was funny. But anyway, we're going to have some great debates coming up. Genesis, hopefully you'll get a debate soon. And I maybe will. But peace to the sisters who came in and added. I appreciate you very much. I really do. And it's the Queen. Maybe you could give me your email too. I don't think Sonetter has it. Does he have it? Because even just if you want to, I'll just give you mine because I want to bring you on another one of these panels. I guess I could just get it from Sonnetter. I would like to do these panels regularly, talk about women issues. It's really important. We can bring Abundance Child in, the one woman that you just saw, and Sheikah.
I wanted to play
Atiba.
that one. I'm not sure if Sonnetter will let me do it. You know, I did it like I did that live stream like this Sunday, and I would love to like play the whole thing. So,
yeah, why not play
yeah.
it? Come, but right now I gotta get going. But you can contact me offline. I mean, off here, obviously, and let me know when you want to come in, and you can do that. Or you could just bring her in, and we could just get Abundance Child. You know,
I would like for you to just play that one and then bring her back on. We actually have like the person that she's reading from coming on the channel with her husband next Tuesday. So I would love to like play that, and then we need to like start collaborating anyway, because I got like a lot of different things coming up. So I think we need like to figure out how to like work together. So
yeah, okay, sounds good. Sounds great. I'm always for it. Just remind me. Peace to the ladies. Before I go, I want to ask the question. I'm going to go around. I'll start with you, Issa Queen. If a man says that a woman dresses a certain way and that means that she is a 304 or a thought, I know we went over it, but I just want to hear your final word on that. What do you think about his rhetoric when he's saying that?
It just shows me that he has not learned from his own spirituality, whatever it may be, because the main point of all of these religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, is to have self-control over yourself. And if all of it takes is a woman to be dressed quote unquote inappropriately or really to entice you, right? Because really that's what we're talking about your lust and your uncontrollable lust. And if you can't be around a woman without her being unsafe, just based off her clothes, women are just unsafe around you. That's just on period. And you probably need to go back to your religious beliefs and figure out how to use self-control.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Guess what? We have Mr. Ali in the house, and he says I'm lying on him. Well, let's see here. He said contact Fatty. Why don't you can hit the panel, Ali. You can defend yourself I haven't lied on you once. I played your audio, sir. And again, it's not like when I say it's nothing personal, I mean, I'm talking about your talking points. I don't respect the talking points, and I don't take lightly to being called called names, but we don't have to do that. We could just talk like ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. Here's Mr. Ali. Let's see what he has to say.
How
Peace
you doing?
to you.
How you doing?
Look who's over here for the first time, y'all.
How y'all doing? Hey, Genesis.
Hey, hi.
Hey, oh, hey, how y'all doing?
So we're good. So let me ask you, what part did I lie about?
Almost everything that you're saying. You're saying that I said women are hoes because of how they dress. But like I said, whatever you disagree with me on, you and Genesis, hit up Fatty and just let's do a debate.
You could do a debate right here.
No, I got to do something right now. This is right now. This ain't even a debate forum. It's just y'all having a conversation. But you're saying things I never said. I never said that how a woman dress qualifies her as a hoe. And you're telling everyone that, even though you went on Tommy's show and he broke down everything. And you also admitted you were wrong, Napa. But now you're still doing this kind of campaign where you're saying
No,
I said something I didn't.
Ali, I said I was wrong about speaking over you because Tommy aligns with you on that. But I'm not going to argue with Tommy about me speaking over you when I was speaking over you. I never said I was right. I never said you were right.
Number
I never said you were right.
You try to make it seem like I came for your marriage. Absolutely not. Sonetta is somebody I follow for a very long time. Where actually his videos and his content, I have a great deal of respect for Sonetta. So I never disrespect him or his wife. So that's number two is wrong. I never came for your marriage. I don't stalk y'all. I don't know what's going on in your marriage, but you keep pushing out the narrative like I'm going against y'all marriage when I'm not. Me and you never had a problem. We had like a little run-in the show before this show, and then we was cool after that. I don't know what happened to where you saying we beefing or we got problems with each other. I
I
have no
never said
problems
we're
with you.
beefing. I didn't say we're beefing.
Nepal, you
I
literally
didn't say
telling
that.
people that I have something against you. I have nothing against you, Nepal. I'm at peace with you.
Well, you know, I played the audio, sir, and you said a lot. You said your husband, you said, quote, she's going back. She was for the streets, sir, and looks like she's headed. But wait a minute. I can get the audio some other time because you did say women are thoughts for wearing those clothes. So you said I lied on you. And then you said she's for the streets, sir, and she's going back to the streets because you got her from the streets, brother. And then you said before that, you started talking about submission when we were talking about clothing. And you said, I thought you were a submissive woman who's, you know, you're getting kept and all this stuff. So if I assumed that you were talking about my marriage when you told me that my husband got me from the streets, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I thought you were talking about my marriage when you said he got me from the streets.
You realize you just moved the goalpost, right? So the first thing is I said by the way a woman dresses, you can demonstrate that type of behavior. When I said you say you're submissive or you're cooperative, you tell women to be submissive and cooperative, not only with their man, but to show respectful manner to men in general. Unless they're being disrespectful to you, that's a whole different scenario. But you Bible thump and you tell women to be honorable and be righteous and be civil to men and women. I've seen your content before. You don't tell women to be outlandish and disrespectful towards men. Oh, you
Never.
so you tell
When did you see that? When I was being brainwashed and told that women are demons and whores as a Hebrew Israelite in 2017?
So
Up
you
to
don't tell
there?
women to respect men.
No, of course I say you should respect men. I don't
So
tell
why are you
women
saying
that
no?
they should. No, because you said I tell women to submit to men without any explanation. I tell women you don't have to submit to men when they're abusing you. That's
No,
my
and
rhetoric.
I'm not. Is that you just changed it again? I didn't say that.
No, I didn't change it. You said you listened
did.
to my
I
teaching.
said you tell women to be submissive to their men first in general, right? Individual. But I said you tell women to respect men in general. That's what I said. So you can
Okay,
submit to
this is
your
what I
actual.
teach.
Then am I
This
wrong
is what
about
I
that?
teach. I say this is my quote that people repeat. A doormat, you're not a toilet. I said you should be submissive, but you're not a doormat. You're not a toilet. I say you're not a doormat, you're not a toilet, and you're not a buffet. That you're a potluck. They bring something if they take something. And I say you do not have to be driven over the side of a cliff because you want to be submissive. So I say that you only should submit to good leadership. That's
I
what I
just said
teach.
that you have to keep putting the stuff that I don't say to make it seem like I'm
I just want to
arguing
be
you.
clear.
I said
Okay.
that. You don't know, but I didn't say none of that. You're saying that. But like I said
So I
before,
don't teach
anything
women to
you
be submissive to any man just because he's a man. I
I
don't
didn't
teach
say
that.
that. I didn't say that. And I said it again. And I repeated it too. And I gave more context. And you're still saying something I didn't say. A man, we don't tell women to submit to men who are disrespectful, to submit to men who are demeaning, to submit to men who are just trying to control their women and just abuse them. No one ever said that. But you're pushing out
So
rhetoric that
I
you're
have a
saying,
question.
oh, go ahead,
No,
Genesis.
wait. You don't do that. See, because I know, Ali, you made a statement, but you do think that women should submit to men who are disrespectful because you think women should submit to your rhetoric that women are whores if they wear yoga pants
You did it again.
and cleavage.
You
Wait a
did
minute.
it again.
Did
I didn't say
you
that.
say women are thoughts if they wear yoga pants and cleavage? They look like thoughts.
No, I said you said it right. They look like thoughts, right? I didn't say they
Oh,
are
okay.
thoughts. I said they
Wait
look.
a
You
minute.
just did. You just said out your own
Yeah.
mouth. I said look like.
So
I
say
didn't
it
say they
again.
were.
Yes.
So
You said,
women,
and then did you take it further? Wait a minute. Did you take it
I'm
further
here
and
now. You can
say,
ask me. I'm here now.
no,
You still trying to talk
yes,
for me.
I'm asking you right now. So you did say women who wear yoga pants and cleavage look like thoughts. And you said, so if they look like thoughts, we should treat them like thoughts. Did you not say that?
No. I said you
I
treat
have
women
I
who are
have the
no,
timestamp. Let me get it.
no. I said you treat thoughts. You treat women who are thoughts like thoughts. You have to keep perpetuating a lie while I'm right
I
here in
gotta
front of
play it.
you.
Do you want me to play it for you?
Women who wear revealing clothes and sexual clothes demonstrate thottish behaviors, and they put on a presentation as if they're promiscuous, just like if a man was a cop. If it wasn't a cop and he wore a cop outfit, someone come up to him and say, "Hey, are you a cop?" I say, "No, just because I wear a cop outfit don't mean I'm a cop." When you're wearing sexual clothing, it demonstrates thottish behaviors. It doesn't necessarily make you a thought. That's
I have a
absolutely wrong.
question. I have a
Wait,
question.
Genesis, you can't ask your question till I get this because he's saying a lot of misleading things. Y'all can
No,
scroll back and listen.
you are saying
Brother,
you are
you
making you are
talk.
taking no, but you're saying what I'm not saying. So then you can make an argument towards it. Like again, debate it. You and
Oh
Genesis.
no, I am gonna have a debate with
So
you, but let me
reach.
get this out
So
here. Let me
just
say
reach
this.
fatty. We'll make it happen. I
No,
gotta finish.
no, I will
I came
before
up
you go,
here.
so you won't say I lied on you. Before you go, you said women who wear yoga pants and cleavage to Target, essentially, it's the same as you sending them an unsolicited picture of your private member. Did you not say that?
I said when women are blatantly, so listen again, when women are blatantly trying to show their behinds, you're using that and taking it out of context. I said when women are blatantly showing their breasts, with outside the fact that they're not even naked, when they're blatantly trying to show their booty and get men and sexualize themselves to get men to sexualize them as well too, just to turn back around and ask them not to sexualize them, it's equivalent to a man sending you a D pic in private. You are showing men your body parts who's not asking to see your body parts outside the fact that you're not naked. I said is equivalent to. That's exactly what I said. So if
Okay,
you're
you said
showing,
it's
so if
just
you're
like.
showing, so again, no, I didn't. I said it's equivalent to. I didn't say just like, but I say
Oh
whether
my
it's similar
God, I
to.
have the
So
recording.
even if you want to say it's just like, even if you want to say it, I'll still stand on that. When you're showing your body
So
parts,
if a
that should
man
be.
is showing wearing
Can I
So
land real
a
quick?
Genesis, I need you
Genesis,
to
cleavage,
hold on a
can I
second.
land it? If you're showing your breasts, that should be for your man, and you know exactly what you're doing when the way women sexualize. And I'm not talking about women just because you have a big booty or big breasts and you're dressing, you're trying to dress conservative, you're trying to dress like a lady, you wear certain particular clothes where you can't help it. I'm talking about when the women are excessively dressing that way so that they can get the attention from men. It's equivalent to that, yes.
Okay, so now, okay, because I didn't want to interrupt you, because that's, by the way, for the record again, I agreed with Tommy that I interrupted you, not that you were right about this terrible rhetoric and this mindset that you have. So let me say this. So you keep on using this statement about if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, if it's a uniform of the police, it's a police. What about when we have teenage girls wearing those outfits, wearing yoga pants, wearing short shorts, wearing mini skirts, which we always do? Are we supposed to say they look like they want sex? Because that is what you're pushing. You're saying because a woman has on an outfit, that should be how a man's behavior is gauged. Your behavior isn't gauged by what a woman is wearing. If a woman is wearing something sexy, it doesn't mean that she wants you to treat her in a sexual way. And my point that I made is there are teenage virgins wearing yoga pants. They're wearing their short shorts when they go to play to volleyball practice, when they're catching the bus home from their practices. They're wearing revealing clothing. And in your rhetoric, you say, if she's wearing it, she must want it. And that is my problem with you, my friend. That cannot be pushed. You can't say just because she has on an outfit, she wants some sexual attention. That's dangerous. Now you
So
can speak.
you did it again, and everybody's watching you. I didn't say she wanted sex. I said she's demonstrating sexual behavior. Now, Pa, you did it again. That's what's dangerous about how sometimes you women speak. You put words in my mouth. I didn't say she's asking for sex. I said she's sexualizing herself and looking for sexual attention. Nowhere did Ali ever said that she's looking for sex. A lot of women, a lot of times when they dress sexual, aren't typically looking for sex. They're just looking to get attention and sexualizing themselves. So again, now, Pa, you have to watch. You taking men's words or women words and keep making them fit what you want to say instead of saying what I said. If a woman dressed sexual or promiscuous, that doesn't mean she's asking for sex. Typically, she's asking for attention, and it's typically the wrong attention. So again, please, when I say something, say what I say. Don't interpret it and repackage it and make it what you said. And again, I got to go work out. But I would love to debate you in Genesis. Hit up Fatty. Tell him what you disagree with me.
I don't need to debate you with Genesis. I want to debate you by myself in a professional debate. A real professional debate.
And I have respect for you. I don't have no disrespect for you. It's no just because we disagree don't mean I disrespect you, Napa. I have no
You didn't call me a thought on that show. You didn't say that I'm a thought.
Listen again. You did it again, right? Can you say you said, Ali, if it wasn't for your beard, I think I'd mistake you for a woman. Did you not?
Wait a minute. I'm answering you.
No.
First,
just real quick.
I'm going to answer you. I'm going to
respond
answer
quick
you.
so I can give it back.
I'm going to answer you quickly. You started it with "You're not a submissive wife."
I asked you if you
said I had masculine energy first.
I didn't. And Napa, you see where you look. You say we're going to debate.
Well,
right?
you asked me the question. You don't like the answer. Look, at this point, I want to apologize to you for saying that after you said that to me, because I want a clean slate. That was a horrible.
I also didn't call you a thought. I said if I didn't know any better.
You did.
No. I said if I didn't know any better. No, when you said if you didn't have that beard,
you said she's for the streets, sir.
Can I finish?
Yeah, you said I'm for the streets.
Your behavior was for the streets. Yes, any man that sees
how was my behavior for the streets?
I'm gonna say this, and if Nasanetta wouldn't say that as well too, he'd be disingenuous. Because the way you conduct yourself with a man demonstrates how you typically would demonstrate your behaviors in private. If you act like a lady in public, we would think you're a lady in private. If you don't act ladylike in public, typically we'll assume you don't act like a lady in private as well too. Napa, the way you conducted yourself with me was not ladylike. I didn't disrespect you. You was upset with me because you disagreed with me. Your energy came. My energy didn't come at you first.
Now I have to show the interaction.
When you admitted you were talking over me.
I was a lady. No. That doesn't make me not ladylike interrupting you. I'm sorry to break the news to you. You're saying I wasn't. Yes, I can interrupt the man. I can interrupt you because you just said you lied and said that I wasn't ladylike.
So is that ladylike to repeatedly interrupt the man? That's ladylike.
Yes, it is. When a man is lying. When a man is lying.
Hey, Genesis, see how y'all can. This is what I mean. A lot of you act like you really stand for both sides. But if I'm disrespecting y'all, I would call myself out. I'll call a man out who's disrespecting y'all and talking over you. Absolutely. We're talking about Napa. Napa admitted she was wrong and still backtracked.
No, I didn't admit I was wrong to you. I admitted I was Genesis. I don't need you talking. Genesis, I'm going to put you in back if you keep talking.
You were wrong. Napa,
don't talk. You were wrong. No, I said I was wrong to overtalk you because Tommy.
Napa, that's what I said.
No, but guess what? Guess what? You're not listening because Tommy wouldn't listen when I said you talk over me and disrespect me whenever I go over there. He didn't want to hear that. So I said, okay, I'll take the L. Since you want to say that I overtalked him, I said, yes, you're right. I did overtalk him. However, I don't have to take an L when you are consistently disrespectful. If Tommy didn't want to hear it and he wants to align, if this is how you disrespect. If you invite me to a show, you invite me to a show called Ladies First, and every time I come over there, I have to hear you talk about how women are thoughts and whores for how they dress. That's disrespectful.
You did it again. That's disrespectful.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Do you want to stick around or you will have to go? Because I'm gonna play it.
Hit Fatty up. And let's just debate it.
We're going to listen. This is before you go. Let me say this. Okay. I was absolutely a lady on that panel. I never cursed you out. I sat there and let you disrespect women. That at first you said I had masculine energy, basically saying I thought you were a woman.
I didn't say that till you said that. I didn't say you had masculine energy.
Sir,
I said you had masculine energy before that.
You didn't use the word masculine. You didn't use the word masculine energy. You said I thought you were a woman. I thought you were submissive.
I thought you were submissive and cooperative. That's exactly what I said.
Yes. But guess what? You were trying to imply in those circles that makes me manly and that makes me less of a valued person.
You said that.
Yes.
I didn't say you were a man for that. No,
listen,
you're saying that.
Before you go, because you have to go, I'm going to play this.
I'm gonna tell you this.
When you tell me to be submissive, I don't have to be submissive, and it doesn't take away my value as a woman and a lady. I don't have to be submissive to anybody who's disrespecting women coming in saying women need to get DPs because they're wearing yoga pants to Target. I showed Tommy respect because Tommy Sotomayor because Tommy Sotomayor, although he disagreed with me, made a valid point that I was talking over you like I'm doing right now. But you see, I am in the right to talk over you because you are implying that I'm not a lady and you're appealing to my husband. And you have the nerve to appeal to my husband as if, oh, Sonetter will agree. Don't try to disrespect me in my husband's house.
That's why you won't win a debate. He can watch it. He can be right there and he'll show what kind of behavior you're demonstrating right now. You're lying. You're lying again. You're just blatantly lying to make me out somebody that I'm not. I never said you were not a lady. I never said you was a thought. I never disrespected your marriage. You keep saying that to make it seem like there's an argument, and then you play victim about it as well, too.
I'm not a victim, sir. I just want to debate you on the topic.
Okay,
I just want to debate you on the topic. You don't have to worry about me caring that you.
I hope you respond to questions, and I hope you make it logical, and you don't create a narrative.
We do formal debates where people can't talk over you. So you have time, and I have time to debate. That's the kind of debate. Well, good. All right. So this is what we're going to have to do, because I would like to do a formal debate, not just getting up here and like we're doing. Building up to the debate. And then I want you to be able to get together with Sonetter and me, with you and Fatty, and figure out how you want to work that out. Because I'm going to do the debate in a private forum, not on YouTube with you. I want to debate the thing about the naked women and the thoughts and women wearing clothing makes them thoughts. I want to debate
you want to have a debate in private?
No, it's on Zoom. We do it. We sell tickets. We set up the debate. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
we do that. We do real debating.
Okay.
We don't just let all the. No, I'm not saying you don't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that you don't. You do fake debates. I meant with us. I was not implying that you do fake debates at all. I'm not scared. If I was saying that, I'd say, yeah, I'd stand it. I wasn't saying you do fake debates. I'm saying we do real debates over here where we build it up, sell the tickets.
But I came here. I came here to invite you to the debate, and now you invite me to a private forum.
I thought you heard me say that I want to debate you. That's why I thought you came. Because I was saying already.
I'm just saying debate me on Fatty Show on the Saturdays. The big platform he has on Saturdays. You just simulcast.
Okay. I'm a professional debater. So I don't just do. I mean, I know you got Tyranny and Melanin up there doing that. And shout out to my sister Melanin, because she's doing great. But I want to really debate you, Ali. I want to put it in the crates with all the greats, with the Jabaris, with me, with everybody that's ever debated on the HOK. I want to drag you on this topic, not really drag you because I'm not violent, but I want to drag you on the topic where you keep saying women dressing a certain way should be considered thoughts.
You did it again in front of everybody. Everybody watched it 50 billion times, and I'm exaggerating where I said they're not a thought for that, and you keep saying it. That's why you would lose a debate, because you're arguing something I didn't say. That's why you lose every single time. That's horrible debating. When I said, I just told you, that's not what I said. I said they're demonstrating promiscuous behavior, sexualizing themselves and getting sexual attention. That doesn't make them a thought, and that doesn't mean they're asking for sex. You keep mischaracterizing me, so it's an argument. I didn't say that.
Okay, so if I play it when you go, because I know you got to go, I don't want to hold you up. When I play just your words, I won't even do commentary. You're okay with that, right? Because I can play it where you were saying all that stuff.
Show me where I said that women are thoughts for wearing leggings.
Oh, really?
I said because they're wearing leggings, they're thoughts.
You said women who wear sexually revealing clothing should be treated like thoughts and hoes.
Mm-hmm. Did I say they were thoughts? I said they should be treated. You said I said that. Where's the record? Send me the clip. But let me go. I gotta get back.
I'm gonna play it at the end of this, and then we'll talk. Okay, you could also email me. I mean, if you want to work through my, because I don't know if Fatty wants to get involved. I sent him an email about it, and he said he doesn't take lightly.
I was getting him involved.
To me.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. I'd get him involved. I was gonna bring you on his channel because it's a big platform for debating. We've had Andrew Wilson, Tommy Sotomayor too, and you're saying you take it seriously. We have huge.
Tommy has debated in the HOK. You watch the HOK. I mean, I didn't say I can't debate on top. Listen, let me be clear. I'm not doing one of those debates where I just, have a bunch of people. I want a formal debate.
No, it's us. I want to be able to against you. And in fact, go watch go watch the debates he's had on his show recently. It's set up as a debate style with the moderators. It's not just people in there in panels. Not a panel. It's one-on-one and it's debate style. It's debate. Go watch them.
I know he does debates. I'm just saying we'll talk about that. That's something we can arrange offline. But I'm going to play the soundbite. For the record, I didn't say you were right what you did. I said I was wrong to talk over you. Like I talked over you today. Technically, I was wrong, but I don't have to sit here and listen to you tell me, oh, your husband would agree. Come on, who does that? Who says that? You don't have to tell me my husband will agree with you. That's a foul. You talking about manners and stuff. What man sits on a panel arguing with the women talking about your husband would agree with me? Would you like for my husband to sit and talk to your wife and say your husband would agree with me? Like, that was something that was foul. So that's why I turned up a little bit. But I know how to be quiet during a professional debate. I know not to talk over people in professional debates. So I want to really get this topic out. I don't care about the marriage stuff and you summer jamming, the directing people to revenge porn. I don't care about all that. I care about you pushing this rhetoric about women's clothing equating to them wanting sexual attention. I have to really take a stand against that. So I appreciate you wanting to do that. All right. So he said he got a call. So I'm going to give him a chance if he wants to come back in. I know he's busy. I'm glad he came in. That was good sportsmanship because, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to debate it. I know you wanted to talk to him, Genesis, but I've been wanting to debate him on this for a minute. So, ladies, thank you. People in the audience, thank you. Anybody, before I close out, I'm ending this and I'm going to call Sonetta right now and set this up. I'm going to get this set up. I got to contact Fatty, see if he wants what he wants to do. What you want to say? Go ahead, ladies. I'm sorry, Issa, go ahead.
Really quickly, thank you for the entertainment. That was very entertaining. And the only thing that I want to say when it comes to like respect, like only person that can tell you disrespected a person is that person that feels disrespected. So if I say, hey, I feel disrespected in this moment, only thing that you have to do is accept that. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I gotta play you. If y'all want to leave, you don't have to stay. But I gotta play the brother's audio again because he said he didn't say the stuff that I said. Thank you, Issa. We'll see you soon. Issa Queen has a debate coming up. Y'all, we will be keeping you posted. Genesis, I know you want to talk to him, but I need to talk to him before he left. What did you want to say though? Go ahead. Maybe he's still listening.
I just wanted to say, he wants to bring me on to a debate. I mean, I'll do a debate too. The reason why,
yeah, you're gonna have to do I want to debate him one-on-one.
It's okay. I'll do a separate one. Here's the thing: is that you're talking about like people's attire and what they're wearing, but in certain continents in certain countries in Africa, why are they able to like walk around butt naked, and the men don't look at them like they are, challenging them sexually? It's because that they have a different aspect of understanding like the woman's body, and they're not objectifying them in that way. So it's something you have to like actually think about yourself, and why are you objectifying a woman's body? Why is it in certain parts of the world, especially in hotter climates, women can wear like close to nothing and men are not over here like just seething and just salivating over them? But yet you go to America, you go to like the Iraq and whatever, if they're not like having a full black covering on their body, if they show their arm, now it's you're being a thought. So here's the thing. My question is to him is that what is the difference between Africa in a hot climate where women are able to dress pretty much with nothing? I mean, they might have their boobs out. They might only show cover up their private parts, where they're not being objectified. And what is wrong with the American men that a woman could just be wearing some clothes that are revealing? And in this case, a man is up there like, you're a thought. So like, what is the difference? I mean, would you go over to Africa and say, you know what, those women that are dressed like this with their chest out and this, that, the other, doing their day, whatever they're doing during ceremony or whatever, are you looking at them in this thought like thing? there's a whole Reed ceremony where all the versions of I think it's in South Africa. It's called the Reed dance, where all the women are topless and they are dancing and everything like this, and they're all virgins. Why is it that those African men respect those virgins, but then we come to America and then a woman could be a virgin? She might have on some short pants, and you look at her like a hoe. Is there something wrong with you and your view of a woman that you need to like check?
And you promote, good point. And then he promotes that they should be treated as such. Now the brother came in, and I'm thrilled that he's willing to do a debate. But he said I was lying on him, that he never said that women that dress that way are thoughts and should be treated as such. I'm going to play the audio and let you decide, audience, whether you like me or not. Let's hear from the horse's mouth, meaning straight from Ali.
If you lied, you're out.
That's not Ali.
Let me
Curious.
ask y'all this, the sisters. Why y'all don't go at the sister's head like that? I really believe the current market of women are doing is equivalent to a man sending a woman a D pic. I mean, sending a woman her D pic. What women are doing today is literally showing men their bodies when men don't even want to see it, and then you get upset if a man objectifies you, and you think a man wants to see it, but it's right in front of his face. But why aren't women collectively going, hey? What y'all doing is equivalent to a man sending you a D pic. If you don't want him to send you a D pic and you don't like him, why are y'all putting y'all breasts and booties all over the internet, all over the gym, all over everywhere when we don't even like? You know what's so bad? Well, we tired of it. Like it's just too much. Everywhere you go, it's just booty and breast.
They don't want to be. One second, Ali. One second, Ali. I'm not tired. I know what he's saying, right? I'm tired. I know what he's saying. I'm not tired of seeing your fat asses.
I want y'all to.
There's no secrecy. There's no nothing.
But it's because if they ever get to the point they want to do it, that's why a lot of them don't say it. Because same reason why women aren't too judgmental on women who sexualize themselves and do it for attention. Because you still want that card to be able to be played instead of sisters. You're having the same energy for what men do, using it for sisters as well too. But they're not never gonna stop because y'all stand too close to each other. That's what we keep talking about. Like, you will not condemn her for showing. You don't want me to like a butt pic, a breast pic, any type of pics, but then you posting those type of pics and you're not getting on the women showing that to your man. Like, I was gonna ask my lady the other day, if a woman came up in front of you, that's your friend, in front of me dressed like this, would you take it as disrespect? You know, I was gonna ask her. I would think y'all were. If a woman comes dressed in your house in front of your children inappropriately, it'd be disrespectful. Why don't y'all say nothing about all these women that's walking around in the same facet? If y'all would be upset if all men in droves started wearing leggings too and did deep prints all over the place and have it in front of kids, it would be extremely inappropriate to society, and they would bash it, they would shame it, they would try to correct it. It's booty and breasts at Target, at Walmart, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you go in your neighborhood. You be like, God dang, man, go put that up. Like, why y'all don't tell each other? Why aren't you, man? Hey, yo, why you keep showing that my man? Why you keep in tight? I'm trying to keep my man monogamous and not cheat on me. Like, why you keep showing that to my man for? Why you got a man? Why y'all don't do that with each other?
I have said that to a friend on a vacation. Sort of something like that.
So now I want to keep going so you can hear the rest of it. So he said that, let's keep listening.
You know what the worst part is, yo, Jacoby? You know what the worst? Hold on real quick now, Pa. Kobe, you know what the worst part is, fam? They don't even do it for their own man. They do it for other men to look at. That's how much of thoughts most of these women are. You dressing like that for
how much of a what? Let me rewind that. Hold on. I thought I heard him say something. I thought I heard him say thought, but let me just make sure, because he said I was lying on him. Let me go back.
You're muted. Cheyenne, you know what the worst part is, yo, Jacoby? You know what the worst? Hold on real quick now, Pa. Kobe, you know what the worst part is, fam? They don't even do it for their own man. They do it for other men to look at. That's how much of thoughts most of these women are. You dressing like that for another person to look at.
So she's
a thought that she had a swimsuit on in the pool.
No, she at least is an attention whore in the park. Can you agree?
She's in the pool.
No. Let me actually play this again. Napa. She is in a pool pretending that she's catching leaves. so she can be bent over. Like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, she's in the
Oh,
pool.
come on. One time you put a picture of the pool. What? She is literally pretending that she's speaking shit in the, like, you're not the pool boy. What the fuck you doing?
Okay, but what is she supposed to have on in the pool, though?
No. Are you really not acknowledging what this woman is doing right now? No, it's fine. 1 second, Napa. Napa, it's fine.
Scuba diving out?
No. Let me actually answer that. You should wear a bikini. You don't have to post on the internet for 3 million people to see. You shouldn't be dressed like you can be dressed like this for your husband. It's fine.
Okay, so that's a different conversation. Should you dress like that for your husband? Ali is saying when you dress like that, we heard him. I'm not even putting the word because he said I was lying. Maybe I need to go back and see what he said because he said I lied on him. Let me go back.
Hold on real quick now, Pa. Kobe, you know what the worst part is, fam? They don't even do it for their own man. They do it for other men to look at. That's how much of thoughts most of these women are. You dressing like that for another person to look at.
You are not ready, Ali. Let me explain something to you, okay? I am so thrilled if you do this debate with me. You're not ready. You're not, because you just said I lied on you and that you don't call women thoughts for how they dress. Let me get up here to where you start saying you were telling me I thought you were a submissive woman. I thought you were a lady, and you were implying that I'm masculine, and you were trying to make it like I'm not valuable and that I'm not a good woman. You even tried to not today on this panel saying, oh, you're not acting like a lady. I don't hear myself not acting like a lady, but I'm going to keep playing it. I want people to hear, because I'm not going to play the video, but I want them to hear and see if I was acting like a lady or if I was acting like a wildling, like you're trying to imply.
So she's a thought that she had a swimsuit on in the pool?
No, she at least is an attention whore, Napa. Can you agree?
She's in the pool.
No. Let me actually play this again. Napa. One time you put a picture of the pool. What? She is literally Napa. Napa, it's fine.
And don't forget that he's calling women thoughts and whores. I just played it. And I'm sitting there and he knows what he's doing. He knows I'm objecting to it. I'm not saying I never said the man's stalking me, but he knows that I don't dress like that. I've been on their shows. I've had cleavage. So you're calling women who have cleavage thoughts. You already shots fired. By the time I'm saying, good thing you have a beard because you'd be mistaken as a woman, you've already implied that I'm not a good wife. You said I'm not submissive. You already implied that I'm not a lady. You've already implied that I'm a thought. When I finally say you talk too much and that beard, which wasn't nice. That's why I apologized here. I have no problem owning if I do something wrong. Like when I told Tommy, okay, I talked over him, but you can see the reasons why. Okay. So let's keep listening and let's see if I wasn't a lady. And if I just out of the blue started saying you're acting like a woman. You've already been saying women are thoughts. I'm one of those women that wear cleavage and you know it. You've already said I'm not submissive and I'm not a good woman. Let's keep listening and see when I finally came out of my face on you.
No. Let me actually answer that. You should wear a bikini. You don't have to post on the internet for you're talking about
no crazy, but
you will look at
your opinion, Ali, and
you agree?
I don't know if you're Muslim or what.
Damn.
But women
Did I break up?
No, women who wear clothes like that, you're right. You go to the gym and sometimes I just laugh. It's hilarious.
Am I sounding like I'm not a lady right now? Let's keep listening.
Stuff they have on, but I've said this before. I don't look at women. This is how people dress in society now. So saying, their thoughts and, this and that is disingenuous because
this house in Texas, let me show you how I invested into it with just a few $100s. I did it using something called
because people are because I'm giving you why. You said a lot. Because people are body conscious. Men and women. Women, it's not the same as getting a DP. If you see this woman walking across the street with a sexy dress on. It's not this. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
It
not
is.
Looking at her.
So he can jump in and say it is. He can say all this. It is, and it's okay. So he thinks because he's a man that he can interrupt. I don't know what geisha crowd you're hanging around with. I am not a pick-me. I am not a doormat. I'm going to go toe-to-toe with you, because this is an environment where women can get on these panels and object to what men say and get in there and present information to show that these men don't know what they're talking about. And when I do that, I don't want to hear from a man how I'm not submissive in my marriage. And y'all are going to hear him start talking about my marriage. So everything he said when he got up here, he completely lied to save face. I don't know what his objective was. Maybe because he wants to come in and say he'll take the debate. But let's keep listening.
Trying to get you on his panel to like do the debate on his panel.
You know what's worse? A fantastic and fatty. You know what's worse?
You got it.
Give some pushback. It's been kind of an echo chamber about this. She has on a very sexy dress.
Okay.
We know this. We know that we can see it's body conscious. But she's in this is a society where
am I cursing him out, acting all manly, like, come on, let me. I've been on panels where I've been attacked and gone wild and crashed out. He's trying to say to everybody, that's why I'm playing this. He's like, you weren't being a lady. Let's keep listening and see if I wasn't being a lady.
Have you been to Miami? Like,
yes.
We're not talking about going somewhere where everyone's wearing beekeeper outfits and burqas. She is in a society where that's a normal outfit. And she's going to put a dress on like that. And she's going to be around everybody else, like you said, who's dressed like that. And people are going to say, it's not, you know, you're not going to look at it and go, oh, this hoe, she wants me to see her this. She wants to get effed. It's just about body conscious, and people are much more conscious about their bodies these days. So
you notice what I said. It's not about she wants to get effed, but they're going to come in. Well, he is, and he's going to say, basically counter it like, yes, it is.
Cleavage and
go ahead, Genesis.
I mean, my point is that, okay, you just mentioned Florida. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure where Ali lives, but what? Okay, so you're mad because a person in a hot climate wears hot climate outfits?
I live in Arizona. Thank you. There's everybody's wearing
like, why would she be
everybody
supposed to be just sweating underneath something because you feel uncomfortable? You can't control yourself. I'm not sure where he comes. Is he in California? Where is he at? Is he in like?
I don't know, but at this point, I'm just saying exactly. So I want to play some more.
You know,
I don't know where he is, but I know he tried to say that I wasn't being ladylike to him, and that he didn't say what we're hearing him say, that women, when they dress like that, are thoughts. And I'm going to let you see the part where I say the beard, and he goes, well, if I didn't know you were married, I think you're a thought. That's not equivalent. You've already called me masculine. By saying I'm not submissive, you didn't say the word masculine, but you're implying that I'm not a lady. You just said it today. So when I say the equivalent of you're acting like a woman because you're saying I'm basically being manly, you come out and call me a thought. Okay, but you said you didn't. Let's listen.
And booties doesn't mean that she's like, it's not equivalent to sitting a DP.
Hey,
they're not.
You know what's funny?
I want to have sex with you. They're showing. They're showing what they worked out on. They're showing what they invested money on, and that's it. And if you don't like it, then keep your woman dressed in a beekeeper outfit and wrap her like a mummy. Put her in a closet. Bring her only out at night. Make sure she has a box over her. And then you'll be okay. So that's all there is.
And y'all, and that's a lie. Just like y'all get upset with young girls who can get the men you can't get anymore. You'll when you get 50 years old, your body.
Come on, now it's about younger girls. See,
with the young girls.
I'm not upset. Who's mad?
You said they shouldn't show their bodies.
No.
See, and this is where I said I was wrong, Ali. When Tommy was talking to me, he said, you won't let him talk. I said, you're right. I was wrong. And I was technically wrong. I made an analysis. I made a, oh my God, I can't even a comparison. No, I made a comparison to if Kobe or Jordan's going up for layup and then they draw a foul. I drew a foul because I was talking over you. So that's what I agreed with. I never agreed with that horrible rhetoric that you said women wearing clothes like that want sexual attention and our thoughts. Let's keep listening.
Oh, I'm not mad. Actually, y'all need to stop.
You
No,
said whores and thoughts. You said it's the same as sending a vulgar DP. You are mad because you don't like it. You said, why don't we check them? Check them why? I think young women, because their bodies are beautiful, they definitely should wear body conscious because they're, like you said, they're not always going to be like that. So why should I get mad at a young woman with a beautiful body and tell her she's a thought when it's a good thing? So you're the one who's mad at young women, Ali.
Y'all flip flop. No, actually, when you get about
1 second, Ali, 1 second.
Police officer at the scene.
So, as you heard, I was talking over him. Again, I repeat, that's the part I said I was wrong, but there's a reason. Let's keep listening.
Ali, 1 second. Now, let him finish when he starts talking.
Yeah, when you get 50, you're gonna judge him too, because she's gonna start taking attention to your man as well too. Just like y'all broke up and you keep interrupting.
See, so I'm talking over him, and the reason I am doing it, everybody, he likes to get super. I think he's going to be okay. He's not going to be too personal. But notice how he keeps going to, you get 50. I thought you were submissive. Why couldn't we just keep it general? So that's why we need to do a debate. Hopefully there won't be ad homs like there are on this panel. And this is where I finally started. You know what I'm saying? First, he's talking about you're not submissive. You're not a good woman. You know, this and that. And so at this point, I'm talking over him. It is a foul, but he's going to start getting worse when I say, well, you talk too much, and if you didn't have that beard, I'd mistake you for a woman. Let's keep listening.
1 second. That's why I asked if I let him finish his thought, you can reply afterwards. Right.
Y'all are liars. That most of y'all, when y'all talk about young girls and try to make men out to be predatory because an older man can pull her, you're actually jealous of her because you can't get those men anymore. Same way when you start losing your body, you start aging, you get old, and you start becoming the so-called righteous woman that found God, you're only judging that.
I want to show this so badly. Hey, can you pull it up? Can you get it? I'm on my phone. Can you get this clip? I need to show you. Can you grab it from, I think it's on my channel, Genesis. Are you there? Because I'll get it. Damn, maybe you're not there. Let me pull this up. I need to show you guys because I need to show you my demeanor, and this will be. Let me get this up here for you guys because you guys need to see it. I can't just be playing this audio. Yeah, it's all good. I can't wait to debate the clothing part. I don't want to talk about who's manly, who's submissive, who's a thought. I want to talk about this clothing thing because this has to stop. These men telling women that they deserve what they get. They dressed like that, and why are they shocked when men do stuff to them? This is what is being preached out here, and it's wrong. So let me get it. And then I'll close this down. I want to say thank you to him for coming in, though, because I'm going to get it right now. Damn, I had something to do. I still can do it. I just got to get this done here. Okay, so I think I have it on my, yeah. Let me get it. Genesis, are you there? I don't know if you're there or not. Let me see. Where am I? I don't know if you're there, but everybody, that's a download. I'm trying to be nice. So peace, everybody. Hit the like button. We do have the debate this weekend. I think it's on this channel, maybe. I can't remember what channel I streamed it on. But let's see. Hopefully it's on here. Please let it be on here. Nope. Damn. Maybe it's on this one. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't lie on this, brother. It's all, I have thick skin, but And that comes with being on panels all the time. Oh, okay. So I'm live on here. I see I'm live on this channel. Where is it? Oh, I found it. I got it. Praise the Most High. Okay. So it is, the timestamp is, I'm going to show you because this is crazy. I'm being told that 2:53:22. Okay. 2:53:22. 2:53:22. 2:53:22. Okay, let me get there. All right, so. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and share this for everybody. It's taking a minute. Don't worry, y'all. I got you. I've got you. I'm not going to be on here long, though. I think Genesis had to do something. But damn, I don't know how much time I have, so I'm going to show a little of it. So you can see, it's like, what? No, I'm not. Let me mute out. Give me like a 10-second pause. Everybody hit the like, please, please, please.